It's just the imagery. The whole thing about a podcast is really just imagery. Like that's it. Like, cause I mean, technically, I could state I've been making a fucking podcast just by, holding up my phone. But really, a podcast is just really imagery. Like you need one of those fucking exaggerated microphones with the pop filter. Like just an exaggerated. I mean, I have one. It's just exaggerated. Like that's fucking it. It's just an exaggerated ass fucking microphone. You need like no, I ain't about to do all that. I ain't about to. Girl, fuck those damn podcast rules. What the fuck is a podcast even to begin with, girl? Bye. Actually, I podcast. I never even understood. Like I never. Whenever I first started listening to podcasts, they were like audio. They were never video. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So hold on. I always thought podcasts were just like an audio thing. You know what I'm talking about? Like they talked about a subject, blah 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 blah, and then niggas started to expand it. I guess and try to fucking. You know what I'm talking about? Like you know what I'm talking about? You know when people start adding ornaments to things and trying to make people feel like they're less than because they put jewelry on something. You know what I'm talking about? You don't need to fucking wear jewelry. Jewelry looks fucking ridiculous. I'm being serious. Like, it just looks fucking ridiculous. Like, you don't need to wear jewelry to have substance. I'm gonna go walk. But, yeah, you don't need jewelry for substance. Like, you can wear all the jewelry. You can be ornamentation off the fucking ass and still be fucking no substance. You know what I'm talking about? Girl, for example, like people just be gross regarding like personal needs. You know what I'm talking about? Like individual needs. You know when you're a person and you're an individual and you have needs, like you know what I'm talking about? Like you're not like everyone else. Well, I know a perfect example of this. Hold on. I know a perfect not example but realization of this because like this is me. This is literally me and I know that everyone isn't fucking like that. Hold on. So I'm just saying, like for example, and it's gross because Paris Hilton at the end of the day, like, this is like one of my other personal needs is fucking like shooting Paris Hilton in the head. You know what I'm talking about? Like that's one of my biggest personal needs and dreams and desires. Like just killing her, just fucking killing her because that bitch just fucking like she's infringement at all times. She interrupts at all times. She thinks I'm going back and forth with her. No, it's more like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Cause you know what I'm talking about? Like, bitch, if you want to be my friend, respect me. You know what I'm talking about? If you want to be on good terms with me, fucking respect me. So Paris Hilton, girl, this damn dog. I'm gonna fight this dog. You see what I'm talking about? Like niggas don't get it. Dogs are stupid. But anyway, so Paris Hilton, so fucking disrespectful.
Anyway, so Paris Hilton, let me tell you this about Paris Hilton. Um, like she would make fun of me for like she makes fun of me just for being an individual. Like I have a personality, I have my own needs, and she makes fun of me for just being a human being. Like it's just gross. Like it's really stupid. Like it's actually no, it's not even dumb blonde shit. It's just fucking offensive. Like I'm not playing into your act, bitch. Like your act is fucking disturbing me. Like it's bothering the fuck out of me. It's not. I don't want to call it a horror film. It's actually like horror create made into like it's just horrifying. Like it's evil. It's terrorizing. Like it's not peaceful. You don't understand me. Like I'm just saying. Like bitch doesn't understand an inch of me. Cause no, really. Like I realized this earlier about individuality. Like not everyone likes the same things. Like literally not everyone likes the same things. As I was being like as I not being raised, as I grew up, I've never liked olives. I don't understand why, but like my tongue, I don't know if it's my DNA, my tongue, I don't know what the fuck it is, but I just cannot, like, I hate olives. My mom's okay with olives. My dad loved olives. Like, I'm talking about be popping them like they're fucking candy type shit. I hate olives, dude. Dude, it's not so much that I hate them, it's just that I can't eat them. They're really fucking gross. Like, I can't even call them pungent. They're like heavy. I can't call them sour. They're very oppressive to me. Like they're very fucking oppressive. I don't want to vomit when I eat them. Like they don't make me want to vomit, but oh girl, there goes Iberia. There goes Iberia from fucking from Madrid. Anyway, give me 1 second, hold on. Girl, I just fucking I love seeing these planes. Like it's just so amazing. That's just so amazing. Like seeing this thing up there. It looks small from here, but that thing's fucking massive. You know what I'm talking about? Like, oh my god, hold on. I love planes like off the fucking ass, but you see like Paris Hilton sits there like I say something like that and she'll be like, nobody cares, blah 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 blah. It's like, bitch, shut the fuck up. There are so many fucking people that love planes. Like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Like I'm being serious. Like I'm sick and tired of her. Hold on, because she's a telepathic fucking harasser. There goes Iberia. She like lives for fucking telepathic harassment, like off the fucking ass. She does not like she just doesn't understand. Like I don't want to call her a dumb blonde. Like dumb is like you just don't get it and you sympathize with this person. No, she's giving off vibes like she gets it, but instead she's fucking being abusive. You know what I'm talking about? Like she's acting like she doesn't get it, and that's what bothers. That's what fucking bothers. Like it's like a power play. She's a fucking power dynamic bitch. Like that's it. She's just it's a power play, and I'm not playing with that bitch. But anyway, like I said, like I'm a fucking individual. Like I really, that's just an example of one thing that just doesn't. And really, at the end of the day, I don't even want it to be an acquired taste because I just, for some strange reason, and I don't want to taste olives ever. I'm okay with olive oil, but I hate olives, dude. They are fucking horrible. I hate how people claim, oh no, it's all an acquired taste, but it's just like no. Like I've never acquired the taste of olives. Like at one point, I didn't like peanut butter when I was a child. I didn't like chocolate when I was a child. But now it's fine, but it's still not my thing. You know what I'm talking about? Like I tend to eat peanut butter whenever when there's nothing else to eat. You know what I'm talking about? When I'm hungry. Look at this fucker. Like that is that's one of my needs. I want to fucking get like those little spikes in the middle of the road. Like I just want to grow them every time. You know what I'm talking about? Like I have so many needs. I have so many needs, like as an individual. Like I want to grab those spikes, throw them in the middle of the road, so these fuckers crash and die. Because there's no, you know what I'm talking about? There's no type of like making them understand, just making them fucking die, and then forcing electric. Because you know there was one point where cars didn't exist, so these fucking types of people were like, what the fuck? You know what I'm talking about? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like what the fuck? Like now it's just like cars have stayed stagnant and fuckers like these refuse. Like they think that loud nasty ass like fart noises coming from cars is like something that's like really really cool and badass and blah blah blah. It's like it actually is not badass. It's nasty as shit. Like, it's just nasty. It's really loud. It's obnoxious as shit. It's not pretty. It's not some delicate, nice music. No, it's fucking bullshit. Like, they're obnoxious as hell, and really technically, according to the dictionary, like fucking actually hella obnoxious, because when you look up these words and start associating them with these people, like, they're fucking obnoxious off the fucking ass. I put olives in the realm of not obnoxious, because some people like olives, but that shit, I'm pretty sure, like, at the end of the day, like, people need relaxation in some shape or form. Like, do you understand what I'm talking about? That shit is not relaxing. Like, that shit is obnoxious. Like, this fucking car, Puerto Rico is fucking filled with idiots off the fucking ass. I'm just fucking saying, like, they think, you know, this type of stuff exists in New York City, but here, this is not New York City, but they bring New York City attitude here. You know what I'm talking about? And it's not even close to being New York City. Like, do you understand what I'm talking about? It's like, bitch, like, what the, no, it's not even close to being like New York City. Like, there's no need for that attitude here. So here, it's actually fucking rude. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Here, it's actually extremely fucking rude. And New York City is just, you know, like, rude, but kind of justifiable, because it's like you're cramped with like all these fucking people and you can barely fucking move. But here, it's like there's hella space and niggas is being rude. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, just the other day, this nigga was fucking going off on me because I told him you're a power dynamic fucking bitch. Like, I fucking told him that, and this nigga went off talking about, oh, you know, if you talk like to someone like that in the Bronx, blah, 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 the Bronx. And I'm like, dude, we are in Guaynabo, Puerto Rico, dude. This has nothing to do with a fucking county in New York City. Like, do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, you are a Puerto Rican. You are not a New Yorker. I hate when people over there fucking talking about, oh, no, I'm a New Yorican, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, you are a fucking, no, don't get it twisted. And all these ghetto-ass fucking people from over there, like, they think that they're, you know, they're the street cred and shit. It's just like, somebody told me, you're book smart, but you're not street smart. And I was like, no. I was like, no, that's not how it works. That is not how it works. That is not how it works. Because first of all, somebody needed to be book smart to create the fucking streets. Okay, let's keep it real. Let's just keep it real. Like, somebody, number one, the streets wouldn't exist without the books. Okay, so what he's telling me is that, like, you're intellectually smart, but you don't know how to fucking deal with rats in the street, human rats. You know what I'm talking about? Like, rude ass fucking people. You don't know how to deal with rude people, because really you shouldn't even deal with them. He was like insulting me over something that, you know what I'm talking about? But really, at the end of the day, that was a child. The child, do you understand? That was a minor, so he can get away with that statement. You know what I'm talking about? But like, book smart is smart. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Book smart is smart. Like, there's no street smart. Like, look at this. Number one, what's smart about this? Look at how dirty. You know what I'm talking about? Look, what are you talking about? Street book smart fixes dirt and lack of cleanliness and makes the cleanliness above normal cleanliness, because you're understanding, I guess, the feng shui of bullshit. You know what I'm talking about? The feng shui, whatever that shit is called. You know what I'm talking about? Like, making things harmonious in the environment instead of just surface cleaning. You know what I'm talking about? There's surface cleaning and then making things like fucking, like, you know, perfect. You know what I'm talking about? Ample. It feels good. It feels airy. Then you add an air purifier. You know what I'm talking about? Like, these niggas is over here talking about, nah, surface cleaning. It's like, no, add an air purifier. You know what I'm talking about? Add some UV lighting to kill the bacteria in the fucking room. You know what I'm fucking talking about? But I'm just saying, like, you would need to be book smart to understand that, because you wouldn't understand how an air purifier works if you're street smart, because all they do in the streets is fucking, like, those motherfuckers that just went by earlier, and all this fucking bullshit. Logan Paul is a street nigga. Like, he's a fucking street nigga. Like, he went to university, and then he's like, nah, this degree doesn't matter, let me go live in the fucking streets. I'm like, ew. You know what I'm talking about? Like, that's fucking gross. Like, he has street mentality, like fucking throwing hands on people and shit. It's just like, dude, like, first of all, you need to stop and acknowledge, like I just said earlier, like, you need to acknowledge that people are individuals. I just told you how I don't fucking, like, it's not that I don't like olives or hate them. It's just that when I eat them, like, my body, my taste buds have like this natural gross beyond fucking gross fucking thing. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's just horrible. Like, I can't even call it gross. It's just horrible. Like, it's not disgusting. Like, I'm gonna vomit, but it's this thing that I can't even describe. Like, I can't call it sour because it isn't sour. It has its own fucking taste that's just so disagreeable to me, and it's not an acquired taste because every time I fucking eat it, it's gross. I mean, I can handle the olive oil, but the red stuff in the olive or even the green stuff, oh my god, that shit is fucking horrible. It's horrible. Like, it ruins just that small piece of red stuff. It's horrible. But I'm just saying, and I don't really ever want to get a cut. I don't understand. Like, I just feel like I'm never going to get an acquired taste of olives. It's not a personal choice. It's not a personal choice either. It's just like, I don't feel like I'll ever enjoy olives. Like, they've always been gross to me, and I don't understand why. God. So I'm just saying, there's an aspect of me being myself, because I know some people be like, and I hate mushrooms, dude. I hate mushrooms. Like, there are some mushrooms that have no taste. Like, I just can't taste them. I can't fucking taste the fucking mushrooms. I just can't taste them. But the texture of it grosses me out. I'm being serious. Like, I don't know how to describe that. Give me 1 second. I don't know how to describe the fact that I am literally disgusted by mushrooms. Like, I don't know how to describe that. Like, they look good. I've seen them be, like, they look good. Like, I'm not saying olives look bad. Like, they don't look like shit, but I'm just saying the eating of them. Hold on. Oh my god, these people, oh my god, I just went in there and I asked for a fucking cigarette. Oh my, that was so weird. Or maybe the dollar, dude, I swear to god, the dollar teleported, I swear to god. I give them oh my god, the dollar teleported. The dollar teleported. I swear to god, I teleported back into my fucking pocket because I just went in there and asked them for a fucking cigarette. And you give them $1. I'm confused. I don't know what just happened, but the dollar teleported. I don't know. I set the dollar on the table. I don't know if he got it. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know how the dollar's back in my pocket. I don't understand. Anyway, I'm just saying, I've already seen teleportation happen. Blah 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 blah. You understand what I'm talking about? But man, I'm really pissed off at Mike Magilak because this nigga keeps fucking saying gay ass fucking shit. You know, like, rude, like, man, I swear to God, like, I prefer, you know, like, because I prefer to keep my dignity intact, so I would rather kill him than, you know, befriend him or be his boyfriend or whatever, because that's so rude, like, it's so tactless. Like, do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, why the fuck? Do you understand what I'm talking about? And then he was making, I've seen his night shifts and shit, and he'd be making some statements that I'm like, nigga, like, what are you claiming? You know what I'm talking about? Like, you're fucking acting. Oh, girl, a baby got ran over. Look at this. Those are the remnants. Oh my god. Oh my god, the fucking baby guy. Anyway, so Mike be mentioning some shit, and really at the end of the day, it's kind of like you have to know your audience. So it's like I'm a part of your audience, dude. So I'm just saying, at the end of the day, do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, you have to know your audience and you have to respect your audience. And as far as I've been fucking seeing, girl, like, you gotta follow the fucking rules, dude. Hold on. Dude, what happened? Hold on. You gotta follow the fucking rules of theater, of blogging, of podcasts and shit. You can't just be like, you have to know your audience. Do you understand what I'm talking about? You have to know your audience. Like, literally, you have to know your audience. Otherwise, you're just gonna be insulting everyone. I'm just saying. I mean, really, isn't that a big insult for somebody to go see you and they don't even fucking know you? You know what I'm talking about? You don't know them. It's so disconnected. You know what I'm talking about? Paris Hilton, for example, that's why I hate Paris Hilton's fucking... I mean, I guess maybe in a sense I might have opened up just a little bit, kind of. Just a little bit, but not fucking really, because the shit, it's just like, she doesn't come and says hi to me like every fucking day. Like, I'm not Nicole Richie. Like, it would be something and she's like, hey Erla, hey Erla, hey Erla. I'd be like, okay girl, okay, I get it. You know what I'm talking about? I'd be like, okay, you've recognized me, like, legitimately. You know what I'm talking, like, legitimately, like, actually, you know how friends talk to each other? You know what I'm talking about? Like, okay, now you fucking legitimately recognize me. You know what I'm talking? No, she just spews insults and insults and insults and insults and insults and insults and insults, and then this fucking song where she's implying that she doesn't have to acknowledge me by creating this song talking about, oh, I'm a free woman, blah, 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 blah. And then she's in Bangkok. I'm like, bitch, what? Girl, are you teleporting? Because you ain't that free. I'm just saying, if you're not teleporting, you are just not that fucking free, girl. I'm just fucking saying, I'm a free woman. Girl, I'm telling you, you ain't that free. You ain't that fucking free. If you're not teleporting, I'm sorry. You're just not free. If you're not immortal, you're not free. Liberty and freedom are, look, this is what it is. It's the absence of necessity. Because when you have no, like, your needs are all met, you're free. Like, I'm being serious. Like, if your needs are all met, you are free. It only makes sense. Like, it literally only makes sense. And like I already said, like, I have my own individual needs, and people want to say individual needs don't exist, but it's just like, no, like, they actually fucking exist. Like, I'm telling you, like, I can't be eating fucking olives. I cannot eat olives, dude. I'm telling you, like, when it comes to taste and pleasure, I can't eat olives, but if I were to die and I needed something to eat and I was dying of hunger, I would eat olives no matter how fucking bad they taste. Like, I'm just saying. Like, I've eaten expired food out of hunger. Do you understand? Out of need, I've taken expired stuff. Do you understand what I'm talking about? And capitalism gets in the way of fucking needs like fucking crazy. So capitalism is more like slavery than fucking actual, what do you call it, freedom. So I'm just saying, capitalism is not congruous with the land of the free. And one of my needs is getting respect from everyone. And then these fucking, that's so disrespectful, saying, oh no, respect is a merits-based thing. And it's just like, actually, Donald Trump, you would not. Number two, like, that's a very unequal type of thing. So that's very disrespectful. You know, like, implying that babies, like, you look at a baby and it's just like, that baby's like shit. It's just fucking shit because it wasn't born into a rich family. Do you understand what I'm talking about? And Donald Trump, really, at the end of the day, he just needs to shut up, because I'm just saying, like, he does not respect the audience. He doesn't know the audience. Hail to the no. Donald Trump does not know his fucking audience. I'm gonna just keep it right there. This nigga does not know his fucking audience off the wall. This nigga cannot be associated with theater. Like, nigga does not know. He doesn't know his audience. He does not know the people in the fucking, he doesn't know me. He doesn't know, first of all, he doesn't know me. Because if he did know me and he's recognizing me and he's representing me, then I'd be like, okay, I see. You know what I'm talking about? I'd be like, okay, I see. You know your audience. You know I respect you too. You know what I'm talking about? It's really a one-way thing. Like, you respect me first, and then I respect you, because this is how it works. If you have more money than I do, you respect me first. Do you understand what I'm talking about? That's how it works. When you are born, adults are supposed to fucking respect you. This is not a merit-based thing. Number two, they wouldn't throw you in school if they didn't fucking respect you. So fuck you, Donald Trump, with this whole merit-based society bullshit. It's just like, what do you mean merit-based? Like, you look like a slob. I'm being serious. Like, Donald Trump he be sweating some grease or some shit. He's not sweating normal sweat. He's sweating grease, and everyone can agree with me because he looks like he's sweating oil. Like, there's only oil coming out, like fucking fat, whale fat coming out of his fucking bones. Really, at the end of the day, my audience is the fucking people. And I already know the fucking people. Like, the real people are born with a conscience. They're born with the ability to reason, and they're good by nature. Those are the people. But my audience, which isn't technically an audience, is also replicants that show up fucking harassing the fuck out of me and torturing me like fucking crazy. But Mike Madlock, I'm being serious. Like, at this point, like, I'm starting to think you're a fucking replicant, because that shit, like, you're over there sending hints. It's just like, nigga, like, what are you doing? Like, this isn't even theater. Like, a vlog, I wouldn't necessarily, and you're trying to make the vlog look theatrical. That's what I'm talking about. Like, it's not a legitimate vlog. Like, if anything, what I'm doing right now is a vlog. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, it's supposed to have more of a documental feel. You know what I'm talking about? That's what a vlog is supposed to do. Do you understand? It's a video blog. Like, a blog is supposed to be something that you're describing about life. You know what I'm talking about? Like, this is not a fucking script. Do you understand? I'm not improvising. Suddenly that becomes theater. It's no longer a fucking blog. Like, you're over here blurring the lines of fucking words and shit. Girl, I'm gonna sue this nigga for this damn dog. Over this damn no taxation without representation, because I'm telling you, I have never been legitimately represented in my life. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Legitimately, I'm about being represented or respected. I'm really the one. My opinion is the only one that counts, because really, at the end of the day, this is not a merit-based society if the Universal Declaration of Human Rights exists. Fucking Donald Trump. It's just like, dude, he's not aesthetically pleasing to the public. You know what I'm talking about? So why is he talking to the public? You know what I mean? And he tries to make himself look like a hero. It's like, nigga, you are not in the position. Like, dude, I'm telling you, while growing up, I experienced discomfort off the ass. And I was supposed to just sit there and be like, I really like this. I like evil and being hurt and suffering at all times. That's how my mom tried to raise me like that. She's like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, sit there and endure pain, but don't complain about it. It's just like, oh, so you're against common sense, or just sense in general. That's my mom. Like, that's my mom. Like, my mom is a fucking psychopath. Like, she thinks emotions, she's pulled that shit like, you're a man now. You're a man. It's just like, oh, so I was never a human being. This was only like, you're dehumanizing me because you're acting like I'm a dog. Like, really, you're acting like I'm a fucking dog. Like, I'm some fucking animal. And there's sexist undertones in that. My mom be sexist as fuck, classist as fuck, fucking just arrogant off the fucking ass, talking all this fucking shit. This bitch blocked me for a day. She was over there talking about, oh no, I'm gonna block you because I told her that I'm sick and tired of people being rude as hell. And she's like, oh no, I'm gonna block. I'm just like, what? Like, you don't have the right. You don't have the right. I'm gonna block you. And then she changed her profile picture to like this police station logo. And I'm just like, oh, so you're trying to claim that you're the law enforcement? Like, bitch, I literally told you that people are being fucking rude. That is not something to be up for debate. Like, we're not debating this. This damn dog, dude. I swear, I'm a stew with these names. Look, I'm just gonna use the Second Amendment. I'm just gonna shoot the dogs. What are they gonna do? Sue me? I'll be like, your dogs were I have them on video harassing and barking at me and getting aggressive. Like, one of them even tried to jump over the fence to go and attack me. So you're telling me you're leaving these fucking animals, you know, things without reason. They don't have the Universal Declaration of Animal Rights with 37 articles. No, because I'm just saying. And this bitch ass dog, like, these people, I feel like these people have no sense because of those damn animals. Like, me worshiping a dog, bitch, you got me beyond fucked up. You got me beyond fucked up with that. I'm about to worship a dog? No. I really hate, like, white people comedy. I don't know how to describe it. Like, I don't know how to describe it. But I could create a podcast. Like, it'd be the same thing I'm doing right now, except I'd fucking have, like, the microphone to make it seem extreme, like, legitimate. All that stupid bullshit. Like, what the fuck? Hold on. This room, I hate bugs. Like, I hate bugs. I just fucking hate them. I hate bugs. I will start a podcast about how people aren't doing, like, really, my podcast would just literally be called, like, addressing violations of human rights with Eloise. It's literally what I would call my podcast. I would just address a whole bunch of people that, like, you know, overlook the chronology of a child, for example. And pull that stupid, like, rules bullshit. No. Certain types of rules as a child. Hold on. Let's just say that there are certain things that don't make sense. Rude and tactless parents. You know what I'm talking about? Those parents that think that, like, oh, he's gonna get the lesson if I fucking hit him. You know what I'm talking about? It's actually, no, I didn't get the lesson. I just realized that you're tactless. And as I grew older, I realized there are many tactics to take that aren't that. That means that you just lack the ability. So you chose violence while trying to make it seem like you're a peaceful person. Oh my god, dude, I swear to god. Paris Hilton chooses, and you know, Paris Hilton reminds me, like, I'm Miss Honey, she's fucking Miss Wormwood. You chose books, I chose looks. And really, at the end of the day, Miss Honey was way better looking, like, way better looking. Dealt with her abusive aunt and shit. I don't really think Paris Hilton's parents tortured her like Miss Trunchbull did. Torture Miss Honey. Oh, let me guess. Miss Honey deserved it. She was a bad kid. Girl, bye. Y'all always try to pull that plot twist shit, but for evil, not plot twist for a happy ending. You know what I'm talking about? You know what a plot twist where everything seems horrible and there's a happy ending, like there's a plot twist, like that wasn't even legitimate, like it was fake. No, instead the plot twist is people being fake and acting nice. You know what I'm talking about? Acting nice and being rude is actually being evil deep down inside. Like, Oprah Winfrey is so concerned with her fucking image. Like, what the fuck? Bitch, grow up. I mean, she did grow up, like, twice. Like, she did show up in her Auntie May clothes. Like, she did do that at one point. But, for the most part, Oprah Winfrey is, like, obsessed with her fucking image. She was wearing no makeup, no glasses one day. She showed up with a camel toe and everything. She didn't even know what the fuck she was wearing. She was barely woke up type shit. But like, she was over there talking about, I'm so scared what AI is gonna do. Like, somebody could put Oprah Winfrey doing something that she didn't do. It's like, girl, grow up. Grow the fuck up. Does anyone, like, you know, people have, like, sense, I guess. And they're gonna know damn well that didn't even fucking happen. If anything, it's to make people laugh by how absurd and grotesque and incongruous it is with reality. Don't use me. Girl, Oprah, you be using, girl, nah. You be using other people. You use actors and shit. Don't play that shit. You're in theater. You use people to do ridiculous shit. Don't play that. Look at Medea. And drag queens always, like, the whole thing about drag queens is all about fucking, man, like, I don't like drag queen theater. Like, I really don't. Because it's just, like, it's offensive. Like, Paris Hilton's theater. Like, it's just fucking offensive. And, like, she doesn't take a break. You know what I'm talking about? Like, take a break. Like, stop monopolizing. Like, stop owning the media. You know what I'm talking about? Like, let other people shine. Like, she's the queen of shade, the queen of shame, the queen of selfishness, the queen of greed. Really, because when it comes to her philanthropic events, like, that bitch donates like 0.00001% of her fucking fortune, and then tries to make it seem like she did something big. And it's just like, actually, like, these philanthropic events aren't actually working because they have to sustain human rights, and I'm over here being violated off the fucking ass. So there's the fucking answer. So your philanthropic events, your charities, they don't work. Like, I'll think everything, you think the only thing that people need are clothes and food. That's gross. That's really gross. And it's so gross, like, to have Logan Paul. Like, I would rather have Logan Paul not live so close to me because it's, like, really offensive. Because he's, like, touching my heart, but not in a good way. Like, he reminds me of, like, a middle school faggot, or just a middle school, yeah, I would say a faggot, straight to fucking God. Like, I can't even fucking, like, I would say, I would say that he was kind of like me in 6th grade, because I used to call guys faggots, but I'm actually gay. You know what I'm talking about? So I would say that he was like me. You know what I'm talking about? I was the faggot. I was the gay guy the whole fucking time. You know what I'm talking about? Like, but yeah. But no, he also reminds me of, like, just this really, like, arrogant ass fucking straight guy that is, like, hogging all the attention and delivering, like, something that really isn't that fun. It really ain't. No, nah. Really, at the end, what would I rather have? Lovely Peaches or Lovely Peaches going on and on and on about how she used an anal probe to check inside of her daughter's pussy, and how she beat her ass because her daughter didn't tell her that it's an anal probe, and she was supposed to be using it on her ass. That I would rather hear. Lovely Peaches just going on and on and on about that, like, halfway naked in bed, fucking drool, like, dry drool on the side of her on the side of her mouth, um have her head shaved off, just going on and on and on and on and on about how she whooped her daughter's ass because she didn't inform her of that it was an anal probe. Like, she was supposed to know. She's like, oh yeah, and I slapped the fuck out of her. I slapped the fuck out of her. That, guess what? That bitch sat there, and what did she do? Cried. Cause that bitch, you know, she all talking shit. She be talking all that smack, you know, talking about she's about the streets and shit. But I mean, I show her who's the fucking street bitch. Like, that's literally, I would rather hear Lovely Peaches going off than seeing some guys boxing on stage, like completely naked, practically naked, like bodybuilding guys. I'm just like, that's kind of like, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of gay porn. I don't know how to describe it. It just kind of slightly reminds me of gay porn, because I mean, y'all are leaving practically nothing to the imagination. And the sexual things that come out of their mouth, because it'd be a different story if I'm just like talking about Logan Paul, and Logan Paul has like never mentioned anything like sexually explicit or homoerotic. I don't know, he just strikes me, but really at the end of the day, I'm like, that nigga has to be gay, because he just strikes me as like this person. It's just like, what, like, number one, why are you straight and doing that? Like, I would think that as an adult, as a straight man, you know, like, you're sexually mature at that point, so your whole thing is to like not be married to the public. You know what I'm talking about? Like, be married to the pussy. You know what I'm talking about? Because men, really, let's be serious, like, straight men don't marry women for their personality. Like, they only care about the clit. That's all they care about. They just care about fucking making them orgasm, and that's fucking it. Like, they don't give a fuck about who you are. They don't give a fuck about no family members. They don't give a fuck, bitch. They don't give a fuck. They just want to fucking make you come. That's it. That is the only thing that straight men fucking care about at the end of the fucking day. They will deny it off the ass, be like, I'm a family man, I care about my wife's needs. It's like, girl, and at the end of the day, that she married him for his dick. You know what I'm talking about? She did not marry him. How are you gonna marry someone and just not have sex with them? You know what I'm talking about? What kind of marriage is that? Goodbye. Goodbye. But I'm just saying, like, Logan Paul is like, feels like he's more married to Mike than he is married to Nina. You know what I'm talking about? Because it's just like, he's been through all ups and downs with Mike, and then Nina just came out of nowhere, and he's just like, okay, let's have a baby. You know what I'm talking? Like, no, something's just not adding up. Something's not adding up here, because you would think that he would hardly have like any fucking guy friends. You know what I'm talking about? Like, hardly off the fucking ass. Not hardly. Like, I personally, I assume that straight men have it really fucking bad when it comes to like relationships outside of the pussy. You know what I'm talking about? Like, do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, I'm just saying, like, it's kind of hard to be a straight man, because it's just like, you're addicted to pussy. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I am assuming that that's what straight men are. I'm assuming, because I'm just like, am I wrong here? Like, are straight men like so much more addicted to what the public is thinking about them, who they're hanging out with, what the press is saying about them, what the little audience is saying about them, talking about gay shit off the fucking ass? Oh no, I'm sucking a fat cock because that's my boy. Like, why couldn't they say, I mean, seriously, because it's an environment of violence. Why couldn't Bobby Lee say, what if a woman came up to you, and I mean, she got waffle pussy. Or number two, like, saying, like, she's not Nina. You know what I'm talking about? She's just some random ass bitch. And she has a gun up to her fucking head, and she's saying, eat my fucking pussy. And I bet, this is the thing, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I don't think Logan Paul might be, like, legitimately fucking straight, because at the end of the day, like, straight men have limits. Like, I mean, they love pussy, but they have their limits. You know what I'm talking about? Just like every gay man does. Otherwise, like, everyone would be having sex with everyone. Do you understand what I'm talking about? But Logan strikes me as the type of man that'd be like, oh, no, it don't matter who the bitch is. I'll lick any pussy. It's like, no. I don't know. It's just like red flags, like white flags or surrender flags. Because I have interrogated many straight men. I have to interrogate these people to get them. Like, I have asked many straight men, like, would you have sex with this woman? Would you have sex with this woman? Would you have sex with that woman? Would you have sex with that woman? And too many of them, it's just like all of them have come to a point where they've said, no, I wouldn't. Not even crazy. So I'm just saying, people have their types. And Logan Paul would say some shit like that. I'm just thinking, like, you're just trying to make yourself sound ultra straight, which is very, like, straight men are just straight. They're not ultra straight. Do you understand what I'm talking about? That's when you're starting to reach extremes that make no sense. You know what I'm talking about? So, I don't think I'm out of line for considering this man to be, like, gay. Like, number two, there are like violations going on, because it's just like you start reaching a point where things are so sexually explicit that there has to be like some sense of privacy, and you are just out there fucking hollering it out in the fucking public. And it's just like, I'm just saying, it's not really Cupcake-esque. I'm just saying, because when you say Mike sucks ass, and that's why it's amazing to watch him, and then you hear like this deliberate, like, kind of like moaning in the background, like sexual breathing, you know what I'm talking about? I'm like, why was that added in? Because that's kind of like suggestive off the ass. But this is what I'm talking about. Cupcake or Lovely Peaches, like, they say sexually explicit things, but they're designed to be beyond, not suggestive, but beyond. Do you understand? Like, you can't get horny from it because it's just so beyond. Do you understand what I'm talking about? It is beyond. It doesn't even fucking make sense. Logan and Mike, I'm just saying, like, they say some homoerotic shit, and then for Logan to be saying, nah, I'll suck a fat cock, that's my boy, like, I'm like, that sounds a little bit kind of suggestive, and for you to be hollering that out in the public, it sounds like you're like inviting men in. You know what I'm talking about? You're inviting men in, because otherwise nobody would really know you. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm not saying nobody would know you, but you wouldn't be like talked about. You know what I'm talking about? You wouldn't be talked about like that, because it's just like you'd be living a life of privacy with Mike. You know what I'm talking about? And then Mike was over there talking about, oh yeah, like he mentioned that in the night shift. He was like, I don't think I'm like very monogamous. I think I'm like, you know, kind of poly and shit. And I was like trying to piece the puzzle pieces together, and I'm just like, okay, but why is he going like monogamous relationship to monogamous relationship? You know what I'm talking about? That's not how polyamory works. Polyamory is a group. It's not a fucking jump into jump into jump into jump. You know what I'm talking about? Like, breaking up and jump into jump into jump in while you're mentioning homoerotic shit. Because it wasn't bi-erotic. It wasn't bisexually erotic. It was like homoerotic. Because when you're crying and you're saying, no, I'm sucking a fat cock, that's my fucking boy. Like, I'm like, no, that didn't really sound, because I've never seen Logan actually get aggressive like that. You know, tenderly aggressive and like crying off. You know, like he looked like he was about to burst out crying. But for a woman, oh no. I've never. Maybe I haven't paid that much attention to what Logan says, but I haven't really seen him like. You know, like he looked like he was like, nah. You really going off the fucking line here, because that's my fucking man. You know what I'm talking about? You know, like that's literally. I'm just fucking saying. Now Nina, on the other hand, they have dragged her ass beyond fucking belief. I'm just saying, girl, I don't know if y'all ever noticed that, but they dragged her ass off beyond fucking belief, and Logan wasn't like, no, that's my fucking wife, dude. Like, y'all fucking, you know, even if he said that, it would feel fake. You know what I'm talking about? It would feel fake. I don't know how to describe it. Like, when he was talking about Mike, I was like, no, that feels too real. Like, this nigga, like, it's like someone hit his fucking, his tender spot. He's like, no, you going too far with that, Bobby. Like, no. You know what I'm talking like? Like, it sounded so, it didn't sound like he was acting. It sounded like, nah, you're going far. Like, you're telling me I wouldn't save my boy? You're telling me I wouldn't save Mike, like my fucking heart and soul? You know what I'm talking about? That's what it felt like. But when it comes to Nina, it's just like, he's talking to her like she's a guest. You know what I'm talking about? Like, dude. Have y'all ever noticed that? Like, he talks to her like she's a guest in his fucking theater. You know what I'm talking about? Do you understand? Like, Mike never feels like a guest. Do you understand what? Do you understand the vibes that I'm talking about? Like, I don't know. Their relationship, Nina and his relationships, just seems fake. I think they're just extraterrestrial.
polyamorous aliens, gay aliens, because it's just like, it just doesn't add up to me that like this woman that really at the end of the day I'd be like, that's a lesbian. I don't know. I just feel like that might be a lesbian because of the stuff that she said. I'm just like, that feels like a lesbian would say some shit like that, not a straight woman. Like a lesbian. You know what I'm talking about? Because straight women kind of like walk on eggshells, especially if they're single. You know what I'm talking about? Like they're not trying to deliver a wrong message because they're trying to get something. You know what I'm talking about regarding romance or sex? You know what I'm talking about? So they're not going to be fucking running around telling everyone, no, I'll suck any dick. Because that's going to bring up like some type of fucking, you know what I'm talking about? Like stuff that's not even, okay. But anyway, I don't know. It just feels like Mike has never been his guest. It always... I'm just saying, it never felt like he was his guest. Nina, on the other hand, it seems... You know what I'm talking about? Like, they'll use words like debut. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, it just feels like... I don't know. But these niggas, I swear to God, like, I look at Twitter and I feel like people aren't actually saying what's on their mind. You know what I'm talking about? Like, they're not actually, like, they're fitting into, like, the standard, what they feel is going, because even if they make it seem, because I would say Mike Matchlock does that. He's one of those, he's practically like all of Twitter. Like, they post stuff that seems as if they're being real. You know what I'm talking about? Like, they're being completely authentic, unapologetically themselves. You know what I'm talking about? But it's just like, no, like X.com is like very fake, like very theatrical. Like people post stuff that they know is going to get like likes and shit like that. You know what I'm talking about? Like they're being kind of fake. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just saying, it's a cesspool. I know, at least Oprah said this, like, all things come to an end. This too shall pass, because it's just too, what she means by that is that things of no substance at the end of the day, like, they don't last. That's what she means by that. So this shit, like, X.com, really at the end of the day has no substance at the end of the day. Like, the design of the website is gross. Like, obviously it's gross. Like, obviously you can use HTML to either make a website beautiful, aesthetically pleasing. X is not. It's chaotic. It's chaotic as fuck. It feels like Elon Musk is the emperor. You understand what I'm talking about? Like, it just doesn't feel egalitarian. It feels like very Elon Musk centric. Like, do you understand what I'm talking about? And Elon Musk is like a very pasty white man. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, he is not the embodiment of beauty. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, he's very pasty, and I mean, like, in general, for gay men, for straight women, for bisexuals. Like, I'm just saying, like, he is literally like not an attractive man. Like, do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, somebody would really need to be attracted to his personality, which really, his personality is fucking, girl. And Grimes, I'm like, bitch, that is not your personality, bitch, goodbye. Grimes, bitch, that's why everyone was saying that is the most unbelievable relationship, because that doesn't make sense. Like, how do you go from eating Brooke Candy's asshole and pussy in one second in that fucking video, Genesis? Why were you eating? There was recorded evidence of Brooke Candy. There was a sex tape of Claire Boucher and Brooke Candy eating 69ing each other. That makes more sense, right? Doesn't it make more sense for Grimes to be 69ing Brooke Candy than sucking Eli? Girl, let's be real. Let's be real. You really think Grimes was riding on that cock? Elon, girl, let's be real. You really think she did anal with Elon? No, let's be real, girl. And then Azealia Banks showed up. Y'all remember when Azealia Banks showed up? And she was like, nah, I'm gonna kill you and I'm gonna kill Elon. I was like, okay, so why are the gays getting too close to this motherfucker? You know what I'm talking about? Elon will, of course, put up a mouth fight and eventually give in. But really, at the end of the day, if you have Azealia Banks on your ass,
girl, I think you might be a little bit too close to the gays, Elon. I'm just fucking saying, because really at the end of the day, like, of course, Elon would be like, I'm just such a popular man, and I'm the richest man in the world. That's why anyone would come up to me, and it's just like, Elon, you are not that popular. Like, I'm being serious. You have that much money, but you are not that fucking popular. Just like Mark Zuckerberg isn't that fucking popular. Like, do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, at the end of the day, like, these people are not Lady Gaga. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Look, if you could pick between going to a Lady Gaga concert versus going to see Elon Musk just blabbing and blabbing and blabbing, would you rather go see Lady Gaga or Elon Musk? I don't know. Would you rather go dance, have a good night, or sit down with arrogant Silicon Valley idiots talking about ho 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 ho? Like, no real laugh, you know, not something that's lit, something that's lit, you know what I'm talking about? Like, you know, stuff that like makes your soul set on fire, you know what I'm talking about? Like, Elon Musk's events are just like, girl, that's dry, girl, that's fucking dry, that's Silicon Valley dry, you know what I'm talking about? Silicon Valley is so dry, they're like suburb niggas, you know what I'm talking about? They're suburb niggas, it's boring as hell. Like, Kara Swisher going off, blah, blah, blah. It's like, girl, shut your ass up, Kara. Like, she's always, it's like, bitch, you don't have to always be like this to be a dyke. You know what I'm talking about? That's called toxic masculinity. What you're doing is engaging in toxic masculinity as a whole fucking dyke. You know what I'm talking about? Like, Kara Swisher is an embodiment of toxic masculinity in a dyke. She can't just be a fucking butch dyke. You know what I'm talking about? Because I've hung out with many butch dykes and they're just funny as hell. I'm just saying they're funny as hell. They have good sense of humor. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm just saying Kara Swisher just be like this the whole fucking time and blah 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 and fucking girl, just shut your ass up, Kara. Like, what the fuck? Go be funny. Silicon Valley people, like San Francisco has gone down the fucking drain. Like, that place is not interesting at all. I'm just saying, like, there are, like, places in this world that were, like, glorified in a certain point, but now it's just like, girl, what the... Girl, if you could pick between San Francisco and Chongqing, China, would you go to San Francisco or would you go to Chongqing? You go to Chongqing, let's be fucking real. Let's be real, you would go to fucking... Let's be real, because San Francisco don't got sites like that. You know what I'm talking about? Chongqing is a fucking city mountain with hella fucking people. And trains that go through buildings, fucking plazas that are fucking 30 feet up in the air that make you feel like you're on level ground and you're actually on the ground, but you're actually high up. Why would you rather go to San Francisco's dusty, fucking cold, dry ass fucking weather? You know what I'm talking about? Dry ass Marquise Brown talking about, look at the new iPhone I bought. I'm so much better than all of you. Why would you rather go to China and get that iPhone for $60? You know what I'm talking about? Get it manufactured and decked out for your needs. You know what I'm talking about? Decked out for your needs. Fuck Apple. Decked out for your needs. Technology that fits your fucking needs because you just fucking went to a manufacturing plant in China. Would you rather go to China, enjoy your time, enjoy the fucking culture, meet new fucking people, you know, meet cool people because Chinese people are fucking cool as fuck. And... Or would you rather go to San Francisco and see Marquise Brown talking about, I'm so much better? You know, he's not saying that, but he's implying it. I'm so much better than you. I got the fucking first iPhone before you did. And it's just like, actually, no, you didn't. The people in China did before you. They were the ones touching it with their bare hands before you did. So, shh, Marquise. Shh, be quiet. Shh. You're not better. Shh. I'm just saying, because at the end of the day, Logan Paul really do be giving, like, you know, fucking hardcore Silicon Valley vibes at the end. He's more Silicon Valley than he is lit. You know what I'm talking about? He's more Silicon Valley than fucking Lady Gaga showing her pussy in the Lower East Side. You know what I'm talking about? I'm being serious. Like, he's way more Silicon Valley. Like, Elon Musk is so boring, dude. He's boring. There's Boeing, and then there's boring. Like, he's just fucking boring as fuck. Elon Musk, really, at the end of the day, is not an entertainer. Let's be real, guys. Let's be real. Donald Trump ain't that great. He ain't that great at entertainment. Like, oh, everyone knows you as you're fired. Like, really, every time before Donald Trump even became president, all people would say about him is like, you're fired. It's just like, that's all you're known for? So you're not really an entertainer. Because Gaga is known for many things, and they're much longer. The fucking thing is that she has lyrics that people know by heart, and people just know you by 2 words, you're fired. Like, what? I'm just saying, like, people know nobody remembers Donald Trump's lyrics. You know what I'm talking about? Nobody is chanting. He doesn't make anthems. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know, it just sounds more harmonious to hear I'm beautiful in my way because God makes no mistakes instead of you're fired. You know what I'm talking about? You're fired. And then all these people in the audience getting together to just harass people. You know what I'm talking about? Nobody's dancing. Nobody's having fun. No. Y'all are just there to fucking talk shit. When the camera's on you, you're just like, I hate gay people. I fucking hate gay people, blah, 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 family first, blah, blah, blah. It's like, actually, like, that's not really entertaining. Because, I mean, like, the further deeper I get into politics, the more I realize how boring these people are. They're not tactful. They're boring as hell. That's so tactless to be boring. Like, even in a mansion, dude, I'm telling you, even in a these people are the types of people that don't start the parties. They're the types of people that show up and tell other people, like, I was there. You know what I'm talking about? Like, they're not Lady Gaga on stage singing. They're just like, I was there. You know what I'm talking about? Like, that's Donald Trump, and I was there person. Like, they set up the party for him. He's not promoting it by himself. Do you understand what I'm talking about? And he's also told what to say. Like, he's given advice. He has advisors. You know what I'm talking about? He's not flowing as himself. He's not an independent. You know what I'm... Girl, he's never been an independent. Hell no. Hell to the fucking no. He's never been an independent person. He is not the one to be telling people, oh, no, you have to do the work by yourself. Girl, we saw you. We saw your upbringing. All that shit is plastered. We saw your upbringing. Like, you were not brought up in, like, dust. At a certain point, never in your life were you brought up in dust. This nigga fucking had this nice ass, cozy ass. I bet you in the winter times in New York City, he had the coziest fucking upbringing. You know what I'm talking about? He saw the winter wonderland that many people don't get to see around the United States because we don't really get 4 seasons all over the fucking place. You know what I'm talking about? Like, this man was experienced the magic of the winter wonderland. You know what I'm talking about, in the suburbs of Queens. And I bet his cozy radiator. Kevin, I bet you, he just, girl, he lived a very, very, very sumptuous life while growing up. For, what was it, the 1940s, whatever, the 1950s, really, at this point, it's like, girl, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, because really, these people be acting like, look at what all I've done for you, and it's just like, nigga, y'all went to wars, and y'all attack, you know, like, it's more like, look at what we've done for you, the younger generation, like, we made you realize that other people exist. Because they really thought while we were growing up that we didn't exist. You know what I'm talking about? Like, we were never individuals. Like, we were just fucking, like, these things that they were supposed to mold us into. You know what I'm talking about? Like, fucking objects. You know, I remember growing up, I had an abuser in my life that would say, you're gonna eat it and you're gonna fucking like it. And actually, it never worked. It never worked. It's just like, it's just no, it never works. Like, no. Just pure evil. I swear to fucking God. Like, these older people, a lot of older people feel like children are just like objects. You know what I'm talking about? They're just objects. They're your artwork. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you have to mold them. Like, they have no say. You have to mold them how you want to mold them. You don't just let them have a personality. Like, it's just like, no. But I know personally that individuality exists because, like I mentioned, like there's something in my DNA. There is something in my DNA. It's something in my DNA. It's in my genetics that I just can't eat olives. Like they're really fucking evil. Like I'm being serious. They are actually really fucking evil. Mushrooms are just like they don't taste like anything to me. Like I said, but they disgust me. I don't know how to describe it. Like they just disgust me. Like the texture is like rubbery and nasty to me. I don't know how to describe it. I can't be convinced. You know what I'm talking about? I just can't be convinced. Even if I think about something else, it disgusts me and it oppresses me. But there, I don't know why, but enoki mushrooms seem like I would like eat them. That's so strange. I don't know. Maybe it's because they look like noodles. I don't know. And the way Asians cook things sometimes, I guess, I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe I probably won't like them. But I saw them in person. I thought they were just so nice looking. I don't know. Sometimes I guess it's just the way things look that make it nasty. You know what I'm talking about? But mushrooms, like, they're just so gross to me. I guess it's because I've seen them on the ground. They're just, like, nasty. I don't know how to fucking describe it. They just remind me of, like, fungi. You know what I'm talking? Oh, I don't know. It's just nasty. Certain things I don't like, I guess rosemary. I don't really like rosemary. I don't know if I really like paprika. There's like certain things that it's just like it doesn't matter. I don't ever acquire the taste. Even if I'm eating it consistently, I just don't acquire the taste. Some people like rare steak off the fucking ass. I don't like it. I'll do medium rare, but I can't eat a rare steak like that. Like blood like that, it's just so nasty to me. Like it doesn't taste good. Like it tastes like iron. I don't like the taste of blood. Um, I'm not a vampire or a zombie. Certain spices I don't fucking like. Like there's just certain things. That's why I'm saying like I'm an individual. Like I'm not like everyone else. Nor do I want to. You know, there's certain tastes I just don't want to acquire, and I don't feel like I will ever acquire them. I'm being serious because olives. It's not a mental thing. I just put them in my mouth and they're nasty. Like it's just nasty. Like it actually like hurts my mind. It hurts my brain. It makes me want to cry. Like it's a very oppressive taste. So I'm just saying that's a matter of me being an individual. So there's your fucking answer about certain things like being inherent to people. So why the fuck are you trying to mold them? You know what I'm talking about? I'm just saying while growing up that was just the matter of my existence. Like they're just trying to number two, me being gay. Like that's another thing. Like the Bible trying to fucking mold me by trying fucking claiming that I'm gonna fucking burn in hell for the rest of fucking eternity. Just because I don't know how to describe it. Like oh man, like it's just like I try to imagine being with women and I understand the sexuality of it. Like, do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, I imagine the feeling of touching a woman, touching her breast, touching her pussy, or even sometimes I imagine like penetrating a woman. You know what I'm talking about? Making out, being on top of a woman. And I get the sexuality of it. And it feels arousing, but there's just something wrong about it. You know what I'm talking about? Like I'm not forcing it. It's just something is it feels it's not I don't know how to describe it. Like it just feels very wrong. But with a guy, it's a different story. Like I don't want to call it I feel the sexuality of it. It's just like I don't even know how to describe it. Like it's just like do you understand what I'm talking about? Like it's just like with a woman I feel like it feels forced, it feels like unnatural, but I can feel the sexuality of it. Do you understand? Because at the end of the day it's like you're naked, you're touching a woman, blah 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 blah, you know, you're on top of her, you're making out with her, blah blah blah, you're penetrating her, but there's just something that feels wrong about it. It's kind of like eating olives. Like it's just something wrong about it. I don't know how to describe it. mm. And you know what these niggas will say? They'll be like, pussy is an acquired taste. And I'd be like, no. No, it isn't. Oh, God. Pussy is an acquired taste. No, girl. I don't know where you come from because this show the fuck ain't. Straight land? You come from straight land? I don't don't even know, like, I just don't know, but like, I have this feeling that I'm being lied to collectively by women just because they can sense that I'm gay, because I don't even understand the female anatomy. And even up to this point, when I'm 32, like, I hear about the female anatomy and I'm like, yeah, I can understand why straight guys like that, but that's not converting me. Like, you know what I'm talking? You know when something is good and the straight men are saying, no, it's good, 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 but you're just like, but it's bad. It's like olives, you know, like people asking you, how do you not like olives? And it's just like, because I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, there is something in my mind. It's just something inherent to me that I just can't, like, even if my DNA were changed and I appreciated olives, it just wouldn't work. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Do you understand? I don't know how to describe it. And I shouldn't be forced to like olives. Maybe I should just be accepted for not liking olives. You know what I'm talking about? Because, girl, I don't even like, I'm being serious, I don't like olives. But, certain things I don't like, certain things I like. You know, I'm just trying to find, I don't want to call it find my place on this planet, because really, this place, I don't like this fucking planet. This planet, being here feels inherently wrong. I'm being serious. In this planet, it feels inherently wrong. Because there's just fucking too much nonsense here. Like, way off the wall. Like, an exoplanet, like, I've already said that. Like, that is perfect for me. An exoplanet filled with polyamorous gay soulmates. Like, I have my own type. Like, I would rather be in these planets with my polyamorous gay soulmates in privacy. That's like, I love that. Like, that's actually me. Like, I was thinking maybe I wanted to be a superstar. Yeah, I do dabble in art here and there, obviously. But, I like art. I like music. I like that type of stuff. But at the end of the day, it gets in the way of, like, my inherent homosexuality. Because I'm, like, a high libido, gay, polyamorous man. Like, that's it. And I just need other men that are like that. People will say, you know, that's one thing I will fight Serge about, because Serge be trying to make it seem like we are so individualistic that we have no similarities. Now that's where Serge got it fucked. Yes, I said I'm an individual, but I did not say I'm not fucking human. Like, I don't, because, like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, if everyone sees the World Trade Center falling, everyone sees that. You know what I'm talking about? It ain't gonna be, you know what I'm talking about? Like, you know what I'm talking about? At the end of the day, everyone enjoys air. You know, we all have similarities. Everyone enjoys air and breathing. Everyone enjoys that. At the end of the day, everyone has to drink water. People, that's the thing. Like, I wouldn't even call water an acquired taste. It's like, girl, water, and it actually is air in, like, liquid form. Water tastes like air in liquid form. I'm being serious. It really is, because there's hydrogen and oxygen up in this fucking atmosphere, and you're breathing that in, and really, like, this is just, it's just air, dude. Like, it's drinking air in liquid form. Tastes like the most nothing thing imaginable. It's the idea of neutral. But I will say that I prefer juice over water. I will say, because it's a lot more pleasurable. You know, some people are, like, obsessed with certain vegetables. Like, I don't like peas. I mean, like, I don't like peas. I really don't like peas, dude. I don't like peas. I don't like green beans. I fucking hate green beans, dude. Like, it's just like, I know I shouldn't hate them, but I just hate them. You know what I'm talking about? Like, they just look gross to me, dude. And they remind me of this environment of abuse. Like, fucking southern black people from the United States being like, bitch, shut your motherfucking ass up before I beat your motherfucking ass. It's just like, why are y'all like that? Like, I'm just trying to understand. Like, that's the thing about southern black people. They are not respectful of individualities. They really aren't. I'm just saying, they really aren't. Oprah knows that. Shit. She's educated enough to know that. New Yorkers aren't very even. I'm just saying, that's why I said, like, it's better to be in my exoplanet with my men and not be bothered. You know what I'm talking about? Like, that's it. Here on this planet, it just feels like, I feel like art, the reason why I create art or music is because I'm forced to do it. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it doesn't, do you understand what I'm talking about? I mean, there have been certain situations where I made art or music where it wasn't like feeling forced to do it, but at the end of the day, like, capitalism makes it feel forced. I don't know how to describe it, but sex, gay sex doesn't feel forced. I don't know how to describe that. That's why I was mentioning earlier, like, being straight to me just feels forced. That's why I don't like the fucking Bible, or they're talking about, oh, being gay is an abomination. It's just like, so you're telling me that my nature is an abomination and you created everything. Like, I really hate that book. I really fucking hate that book. And this fucking queen, like, I'm like, Jesus is a fucking queen. Like, he has fucking queen behavior, like, fucking, like, drag queen behavior. Like, I ain't going to, girl, you got, you know, fucking diva type shit. Like, I ain't gonna show you no damn heavenly works. The fuck? Who the fuck do you think I am? Go bye. Go back to fucking hell where you fucking came from. Because at that moment, you know, there are certain duties that you have to make. You know what I'm talking about? Jesus did not fulfill his duty. People want to say, oh no, he sacrificed himself. No, he didn't. He rose from the dead. He did not sacrifice himself. This nigga did nothing for us. He wouldn't even give us his powers. He has that power. He's God. That's very arrogant. It's a fucking power play. You know what I'm talking about? He came to... That's stupid. That's dumb. He's like a dictator. He's evil. Like, there are words for this, like authoritarianism, fucking, you know what I'm talking about? It's slavery type shit. It's just like, why are you so obsessed with controlling fucking everyone? Like, that's fucking crazy. Billions of people. Like, I don't get it. And then you're so not that powerful that you have to create leaders and influencers. Girl, bye. God, you ain't that, but you're not that fucking powerful that you gave people free will, and then you gave them free will, and then you pissed at them for having it. What the fuck? What is that? What the fuck is that? And then you're like, oh yeah, you have free will, but you can't do certain things like be gay. But I love you. It's like, what? What are you, girl, what is he even talking about? I love you so much. He's like, keeps on saying, I love you and I love you and I love you throughout the Bible. And it's just like, okay, so if you, I've come to this conclusion, if you really do love me, because I've studied love, like love is security and protection. Like, it's insurance. Do you understand? It's assurance. It's protection. It's knowledge. It's truth. There's no fear in love, obviously. And God be all about fucking throwing fear around. Like, straight to fucking God. That's you, God. That's you. You're a fucking hypocrite. You're incongruous, and that makes you evil. Really, at the end of the day, it's a very, it doesn't even feel like free will. You know what I'm talking about? You know when you have free will, it feels free. Kind of feels like you're a slave. It's like he created you to be a slave. Do you understand what I'm talking about? And because he's omnipresent, he's just always looking at everyone. It's just like, I don't get it. Like, because really at the end of the day, you ain't really having fun. Because truly and honestly, you would be having fun, God, if you gave people free will. Like, legitimately, and you let them be free. Because it would feel very randomized. You know what I'm talking about? And things, you'd experience the sense of being surprised. But if you're also God, you would have created everything perfect, harmonious. There are surprises, there's the sense of randomness between determinism. Like, it's like a fucking coexistence. But God, I'm just saying, he can be incongruous as fuck, but not in that case. He can do anything except that. The fuck? He can't mix in harmony with free will. That's so embarrassing, girl. You are embarrassing, God. I'm just saying, you're so fucking embarrassing, dude. Like, I don't understand what you thought. Like, I don't get it. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, you're supposed to be superior knowledge. You know what I'm talking about? You over here, you did some dumb shit. You know what I'm talking about? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, why do you want to be in control? You know what I'm talking about? Why are you all in control? Why don't you just fucking give, like, really, at the end of the day, you would think if he actually does love you. That's the thing about God. Like, nobody knows his true nature. I personally don't know his true nature. You know what I'm talking about? That's why I don't trust that nigga. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just saying God hasn't done anything that really has me like, oh no, God is fucking great. You know what I'm talking about? God is good. Never, because it just feels like slavery 24/7. Why would you go, like, literally, it feels like, you know, it doesn't feel natural to say God is good. It just feels like, nah, I'm being forced to say God is good. Because just like, girl, for right now, like, I'm fucking sitting here, I'm bored as hell. People is boring as fuck. Mike Matlock keeps posting gay shit. Like, earlier he posted some gay shit. Of course he'll deny it. But it's just like, no, you posted it. Like, it's there, and it's gay shit. And it sounds like you like it. It sounds like you fucking like what you were talking about. Hold on. Because somebody mentioned something about, like, some men playing with balls or some shit. Like, oh no, it's just men going down the court playing with balls. And then fucking Mike Matchlight goes, men and balls, huh? And I'm just like, girl, are you sending an indirect? Because it's just like, girl, why are you pissed that you're attracting gay guys? I'm just fucking saying, like, you say gay shit. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, what is that? Like, what is that? I don't understand it, dude. Like, I'm really trying to I've done everything in my power to understand Mike Matlack as if he were a straight man. You know, like, I've looked at him and tried to understand, like, oh, yeah, he's straight. He just likes, for some strange reason, I just don't get it. I can't see the humor in it. Like, I just don't get it, because it's just like, if you are so straight and hypersexual, because he promotes himself as, like, highly hypersexual, of course he'll be like, no, I don't. And it's just like, Mike sucks ass. That's why it's amazing to watch him. And then there's that suggestive in the background. You know, because that was very edited in. It sounded very pornographic. I don't know how to describe it. It didn't just sound like a, no, that would be pornographic. It's just, the thing is just pornographic. You could even go, and it would be pornographic, because you just heard that. Mike sucks ass. That's why it's amazing to watch him. It's just like, that is so gay pornographic. You know what I'm talking about? Because it's just like, that wasn't an insult, because you said that's why it's amazing to watch him. You know what I'm talking about? Do you understand? Like, it sounds like he's telling someone or a group of people that he performs, like, exquisite rim jobs, because really, at the end of the day, I don't know if y'all have ever been gay and had a man suck on your ass, and that feels fucking good. So I'm just fucking saying, like, when he says that's why it's amazing to watch him, that sounds very pornographic, very, like, there should be privacy rights involved. You know what I'm talking about? This shouldn't be fucking plastered to everyone, because it's just highly pornographic. And then, what do you call it? Girl, I don't know if I should take more niacin. I don't know if I should take more niacin, but I'm going to. Hold on. Oh God. I feel like I'm breaking the law by taking niacin. It feels, you know when something feels illegal but it isn't? You know what I'm talking about? Girl, where is my fucking water? You know, you see how out of it I am right now, that I didn't even fucking bring my water? Hold on. I'm so out of it because of these fucking men. Hold on.
Really, I'm starting to get to a point where I just don't give a fuck what anyone thinks about me, because it's just like as the older I get, the more I realize I'm literally a fucking individual. Like, I'm not like everyone else. Yeah, I have similarities to everyone else, but like hardcore similarities. But I'm still an individual. Like, there are certain needs that I have that don't fit with fucking everyone. That's like, I have different DNA. Um, I'm just saying, dude. I'm just fucking saying. Like, I do everything that's natural to me. I'm just saying. And it's so disrespectful for Paris Hilton, who's a completely different person, to be treating me like I'm doing everything that I'm doing is unnatural. And then she's the type of bitch to pull that shit. I remember because she reminds me of middle school off the fucking ass. Paris Hilton literally reminds me of being in middle school. You know, in middle school, people would tell me that type of stuff, like, quit trying to be someone that you aren't. And it's just like, I was never doing that. I was always being myself. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I really came to the conclusion as I've gotten older, it's just like, there's never a point where you're not being yourself. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's just like, what the fuck? You know what I'm talking about? Like, what the fuck even is that? Stop trying to be someone that you're not. It's just like, girl, I was not trying to be someone that I'm fucking not. Like, I can't. That's impossible. Like, I can't even try to do that. Like, it makes no sense. But Paris Hilton would pull some shit like that because she's just trying, dude. I know her. She's trying to make herself, like, it's stupid drama. Like, it's stupid drama with her little stupid ass, silly ass, I swear, grotesque posse that makes no sense. Like, really, at the end of the day, I would put them in the realm of camp. Because she's the type of person to look at someone who did a very kind deed and be like, well, actually, I really don't appreciate that because I remember what, and then start all this crazy ass drama that has nothing to do with anything. She will distort it and make it seem like, distort it. Do you understand what gaslighting is? She will distort it, and really with the help of her fucking posse that sits there and says, yes, Paris. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, you're right. You know, like those bitches from fucking Not Another Teen Movie where the fucking Priscilla comes up and she's like, I need to have a TTY2 to the L with you. And then the bitches are like, and then the guy is all like, some time to talk to you. And he's like, okay, that gay guy, really at the end of the day, because these bitches are like, I don't understand. They're like obsessed with gay guys. I don't understand what I'm talking about. It's just like, Paris Hilton is fucking like obsessed with gay men. I don't understand it. I will never understand it. Maybe she's a fag hag. I don't understand her fucking nonsense. But I swear to God, she has like this fucking abnormal and very grotesque obsession with gay men and talking shit about gay men. For some strange reason, she never said bisexual men are the most disgusting men on the world. They're the most horny people. Really, she could say that at the end of the day. Because that would make a little bit more in quote sense, because you could claim that they can't handle it. They need two sexes. They can't just pick one. You know what I'm talking about? Like, do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, she could have claimed that. But no, she went straight towards the gay men. And then she had a gay man sitting next to her. And the guy was like, oh my God, like, you're so right. Like, those bitches from Not Another Teen Movie, and the bitches were like, it made sense to me, Priscilla. Yeah! That's literally Paris Hilton's entire fucking life. Like, she'll say some shit that nobody understands, and she knows that nobody understands it because it's just crazy as hell. It makes no sense, and there's really, at the end of the day, there's, like, no sense behind it. Like, she's literally, I guess she's playing her act of the dumb blonde because it makes no sense. And then she tries to make it seem like, aha, I got you. And it's just like, no, you didn't, because you did something that made no sense. And then you twisted it around to make it seem as if it does make sense, and then your little posse behind you, and it's a very unequal type of thing, because I've never had a posse like that. You know what I'm talking about? I've never had a posse to sit there and be like, you know, tell someone and be like, oh, la, 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 you know, just pull somebody, la, 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 and somebody's like, what? You're just speaking gibberish, and I'd be like, well, you don't understand, like, telling them, like, you don't understand how to read in between the lines, and it's just like, my posse's like, yeah, I completely understood what he said. And I'll just pull some shit like, I said that you have to get out of my way. You're in my way. And the posse's just standing behind them like, you know what I'm talking about? That fucking shit. It's just like the person isn't even in their way. It's just like this is a fucking like public ass space, and really I'm not in your way because like you can go around me. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking like? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like stupid shit like that. When you analyze it and look at it in hindsight, it's like that really was like a fucking like dumb. It wasn't even a power play. It was just dumb because it's just like, bitch, you're just. What is that? What is that? And she's talking about, like, that's an example of that, talking about, oh no, I passed the bill against child abuse. It's just like, that was never, there never, like, there was never a bill that needed to be passed. Like, that was just like the status quo. And she always tries to make it seem, because I studied childhood, like I've studied it because as a child it's hard to study childhood. It's like when you grow up, it's like, yeah, like you kind of get the chance, to study childhood and like the similar nature that children have. First of all, you don't know everything. You don't know everything. It is a huge place of figuring things out as a child. Paris Hilton, on the other hand, she's trying to make it seem like she's like perfect as fuck. And when she was born, she had it all figured out. She knew exactly what to do. You know what I'm talking about? Like, she does that. Like, she literally does that. Her posse makes it seem as if it's real. But the rest of the world knows damn well that it isn't real. And it's actually very offensive because, like I said, I'm a gay man and I don't accept fag hags. Like, I don't respect fag hags because it's just like, that's called selfishness. Like, I mean, you know, whenever Lily Allen was like, I could be your fag hag and you could be my gay. I'll never make you feel sad when you go out to play. Well, that's Paris Hilton. Not really. Like, she makes me feel sad when I go out to play. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, she's offensive. She's fucking offensive. She's offensive and that bullshit. She's like, oh yeah, I got nominated Sexiest Woman of the Year. I'm like, bitch, you look like a gargoyle. Know your fucking place. You and Nikki. I don't know what happened because I looked at pictures of Kathy Hilton and Kathy Hilton just looks okay. Like, whenever she was younger, I'm like, dude, she just looks like a sophisticated, like, white woman. Like, that's it. Like, she looks like a sophisticated, well put together. Really, I don't understand what happened to her. Because looking at her pictures while she was younger, I was like, this woman's like highly sophisticated, educated, well dressed. You know what I'm talking about? Well spoken. And now she's in the Real Housewives of fucking Beverly Hills, whooping ass and fucking telling bitches, bitch, I'm gonna throw you over this fucking bridge. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Getting together with Kyle Richards and they're over there like, fuck you, you fucking whore, you fucking slept with my fucking man. And it's just like, bitch, that never fucking happened. Like, she's talking about, you slept with my man, but that was actually her man and y'all were acting. You know what I'm talking? It was a wife swap thing. Y'all were acting like you know what I'm talking about? Drama, like just fucking off the wall drama made, manipulated into making it seem like it's real because of the posse, the audience that sits there and lies. Like I did once with Lovely Peaches, I'm not gonna lie, because I know that phenomenon. I know that phenomenon. I guess it's just to keep the joke alive. But at this point, it's like the joke isn't alive anymore. Like Paris Hilton, like, now you're violating. Like, you're violating. I'm just saying, because it's just like, bitch, you're getting in the way of my sexual needs as a fucking polyamorous gay man. Like, I'm just saying, like, I'd be like, if she's hooking me up with men, you know what I'm talking about? I'd be like, girl, all for it. You know what I'm talking about? You are a fag hag. I'd be like, you are a fucking supporter of the fucking gays. Like, you really, for some strange reason, there's a nature inside of you that you love to represent gay men off the ass. Like, that's just your thing. As a woman, you love seeing gay men happy for such a strange reason. I don't know. I guess it's just because guys, there are natural phenomena out there that are just like, you look at them and it's just like, I don't understand it at all, but I can't even see through their eyes. Like, I don't understand it. Like, I just don't understand it, but it's just happening. You know what I'm talking about? Like women, straight women that support gay men off the ass. But I guess it's probably because, like, straight women like gay men because it's just like there's no sex. You know what I'm talking about? Like they really like supporting gay men because it's just like there's no sex or romance. Like they're just friends. You know what I'm talking about? And it's like they like it. They like being able to be friends with a man, like a friend. You know what I'm talking about? Like a fucking friend. You know what I mean? A literal fucking friend. That there's no, because they know at the end of the day that there's not going to be any romance. Like you can just be friends. It's good to be friends with a man, but know that you're not. You know what I'm talking about? Because the whole platonic shit. But I don't think Paris Hilton is on that level because obviously, like, she doesn't represent all the gays because she likes to mingle with fucking like crusty. Like she loves mingling with gays that fucking abuse gays. Like those are the type of gay men that she likes to be around. Um, She loves it. She loves it. But I mean, Lily Allen made a song called Fag Hag, and she said, "I'll never make you feel sad when you come out to play." You know what I'm talking about? Like that's a fag hag. That's a real fag hag, a real one. Like, no, I support you. I support your sexual rights. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm not gonna make you feel sad for being gay. You know what I'm talking about? Now, Paris Hilton, Paris Hilton makes me feel like, like this whole Logan Paul, Mike Majlak thing. Like, really, at the end of the day, a fag hag should come to the aid. You know what I'm talking about? Like, do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, they would understand the dynamics of what's going on. They wouldn't be like, no, we're siding with them. Like, how dare you? How dare you be attracted to men talking about dicks and balls and fucking, throw fucking dicks up their asses and blah, 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 blah. How dare you? You know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't think a fag hag at the end. I think a rude ass bitch might be like, oh, they're straight. But a fag hag would be like, I understand you. You know what I'm talking about? I'm about to ask this nigga at the fucking, because I swear to God, I'm not even going to say anything. I'm not going to fucking say anything. I'm really not going to fucking say anything unless he says something about, oh, you didn't give me the dollar. You ran off with it. Because I went earlier and got this fucking cigarette and at the bar. And I swear to God, it's like the dollar. Sorry. Oh my God. It's like the dollar teleported back into my fucking pockets. I swear to God, I'm not even fucking lying to you. Because I swear to God, I remember giving him the fucking dollar. God, I hate Chinese food right now. Never eat orange chicken because this shit fucking hurt my stomach like bad. Like Chinese food be like, oh man, I don't like it right now. I'm tired of Chinese food. Like I like the teriyaki chicken. Like I love the actual stuff that actually tastes like it's not fucking fake. I don't know how to describe it. Like sometimes I feel like they make fake chicken. You know what I'm talking about? Like they use like some artificial ass fucking I don't know how to describe it, dude. Like some stuff, it just landed bad in my stomach, and it feels like this like orange chicken sauce is like stuck in my esophagus. I don't know how to describe it. Like that shit was very gelatin and slimy like I don't know how to describe it, dude. Very sticky off the ass. Like, oh man. But I ate it because I was hungry. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Um oh, hold on. Oh wait, no. Man, I hate having to, oh my God, like I have too many physiological pains. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like um but I'm just saying, like, a fag hag, a real fucking fag hag would be like, nah, like I fucking like she wouldn't sit there and be like, oh no, like what are you doing? You know what I'm talking? She wouldn't side with Logan Paul. Do you understand? She wouldn't side with Logan. She wouldn't side with fucking she wouldn't side with Mike Majlak unless they're gay. Do you understand what I'm talking about? If they're gay, they'd be like, oh no. They say something like, sweetheart, they are gay. Like, obviously. You know what I'm talking about? A fag hag would say that. A rude ass, bitch ass fucking woman, a troll ass bitch like fucking Paris Hilton, who isn't legitimately a fag hag, she just happens to hang out with gay guys. You know what I'm talking about? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Hold on. And really, at the end of the day, like Paris Hilton, like I would not respect her if she's a bisexual, because I'd be like, you're a predator off the fucking ass. You know what I'm talking about? But really, at the end of the day, I don't perceive these people as bisexuals, because at the end of the day, that would imply like just looking
from my own perspective, that would imply that like these people are trying, the bisexuals are trying to teach the world a lesson. It's just like, you know what I'm talking about? If they were doing that, let's just say that Logan Paul is a bisexual. Let's just say that Mike Matchak is a bisexual. It's like a fucking movement that never needed to fucking, you know what I'm talking about? It never needed to happen. Like, do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, because Gaga is a bisexual, but she never did that. You know what I'm talking about? Like, and I'm being serious from my own personal experience, girl. I actually like really hate bisexuals, not in a fucking like I just hate them because they're bisexuals. I actually, from my own experience, it's like they're experiencing like a fucking, it's like straight people to me, but not really, but kind of. Like, actually, no, it's the same. They're on this, in my own personal experience, my own personal experience, bisexuals and heterosexuals have been like on top of the totem pole. Like, they come first. I'm being serious. I'm being serious. Like, they have been on the top. You know what I'm talking about? Like, me being gay, like, I feel fucking like worthless off the fucking ass. Like, I don't know how to fucking describe that. And I will never, I'm just saying, because this bitch is nasty as fuck. Like I mentioned earlier, like Paris Hilton is an opportunist and she is a sexual predator, because I mentioned earlier something that makes sense. How I said, like, I've envisioned myself having sex with a woman, but it feels inherently wrong. And I'm talking about with any woman, it just feels gross. Like, there's something wrong about it. Like I said, I can feel the sexuality in it, but it feels wrong. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Because obviously you don't. That's not bisexuality. That's called being gay. That's called envisioning something to make sense out of something. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Really, at the end of the day, these porn sites, these gay porn sites have been off the wall disrespectful, off the fucking ass. Because I don't understand why they're fucking posting these. Really, I've laughed at them, the fucking Brazers. Brazers is a fucking joke, dude. I swear to God, that shit is the fucking biggest joke I've ever seen in my fucking life. Like, you'll be watching gay porn, and then out of nowhere, this ad comes up. This ad comes up of Brazers, and then there's this bitch getting fucked, and I'm just like, do you feel pleasure? Because I'm just like, this bitch is sitting there, she's getting fucked like hardcore, and then she's just sitting there with this face like this and saying, don't you dare click don't you dare click that skip button, because Brazers is free. And I'm just like, bitch, you are literally getting fucked hardcore. Like, how is your face not congruous with what's going on down here? You know what I'm talking about? Like, how? That doesn't make sense. So I came to the conclusion that it's CGI, because that shit doesn't make sense. And then they brought out some small little tiny white girl and an obese ass fucking big ass black bitch. And I was like, girl, like, do you know, I watch those ads because they're just fucking funny. Like, I'm just sitting there like, at this point, look, at first I was offended as fuck, because I'm like, dude, this is a gay porn site. But at this point, I watch the ads and I just start fucking laughing. Because these bitches, it's so grotesque. Like, these bitches are fucking sitting there like, they're getting pounded, like they're fucking getting double penetrated on the screen, and then they're looking literally straight at the camera, like, saying some shit like, it's no longer $39.99 a month for 1 week. Don't. She's just going off, and like this fucking, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like she's interviewing someone. Like, imagine going for an interview at work. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you're trying to get a job, and then the interviewer is getting fucked up the ass and the fucking pussy, like, hardcore, and she's just sitting there with a straight face, like, okay, tell me why you want to work here. Do you have any, like, what are your skills? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, normal ass face. You know what I'm talking about? Like, she's feeling nothing down there, and she's not actually getting pounded. You know what I'm talking about? That's literally what's happening in those ads. Like, fucking, this bitch just fucking, like, she's sucking cock type shit, and then she takes it out of her mouth and says, like, don't you put your credit card number in? And blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, what is that? Like, this makes no sense. And then this bitch is on all fours looking at the fucking camera, like the guy's fucking her from behind, and she's looking at the camera talking about, no credit card, no debit card information for 1 week. Just fucking going off like some shit like that. I'm just like, what is this? Like, at one point I was very offended, but then I saw it again and I was like, this shit is fucking crazy absurd. I'm like, what even is that? Hold on. I was like, what even is that? What even fucking is that? But anyway, yeah, like I was very offended. I'm just saying, like, I'm not, if I were really a bisexual, like I would really be like clicking on that legitimately and getting pissed because I can't pay for it. You know what I'm talking about? Like that's the thing about gay porn. Like I've gotten pissed because I couldn't pay for like a certain subscription. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like I got pissed because I could not, you know what I'm talking about? I get pissed off when it comes to gay sex. Like I get fucking pissed. Like it's a physiology thing. Like I feel, you know, whenever you're like hungry and shit and you're not getting food and there's food right there and you know somebody's like, the food is there and somebody's like, nah, you gotta pay for it. You know what I'm talking about? That's like sex. You know what I'm talking about? Oh no, there's a man right there, but you gotta prove yourself and blah, 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 blah. It's like, oh, so human rights don't exist. Like I can't just be myself and that's enough. I gotta fucking bring all this money and engage in the capitalistic theater because it's very capitalistic. Because I don't understand why you would like me better. It's like, do you prefer me naked or do you prefer me creating this theatrical show? Like, do you understand what I'm talking about? What is that? What is that, dude? Like, do you like sex or do you like theater? That's the fucking thing. Because I prefer sex over theater because I've already studied theater. It's just like, girl, I don't care, dude. I don't fucking care about it. It's annoying as shit. Like, it's very offensive. Like, it's fucking offensive as fuck. Like, it's so totally the opposite of my personality. I'm being fucking serious. Like, it's so the fucking opposite of my personality. Like, they say that theater is all about, like, human rights, but it actually isn't. Like, y'all bother off the ass, so there. If it's about human rights, and really, I'm just saying, like, I read in between the lines type shit, and the more I read in between the lines, it's just like, I feel like y'all are just fucking, like, not respecting me off the fucking ass. It's like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, it's kind of like a show where they're keeping food from people. Like, needs. Like, they're restricting needs from people and fucking, like, making it seem like, oh, no, you're out of line for being yourself, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm talking about? You're out of line for just simply being you. You can't help but be you. And I'm trying to mold you. Like, that's the whole fucking thing with Paris Hilton. It's just like, you know, be yourself. But if you know we ain't vibing, like, bitch, why you coming up? You know what I'm talking about? If we ain't vibing, like, she likes Gregory and the Hawk. That fucking song, Boats and Birds. And I'm just like, that is not your behavior, bitch. That is not your behavior. Because that implies that's a fucking, like, altruistic, you don't, like, I'll gift you something, but you don't have to pay me back. That's an you understand what I'm talking about? That's what that song is about. Like, you know what I'm talking about? It's a very sad song. It's actually like a very, very sad song. I feel like it's very manipulative too, but it is sad. Like, I understand it, but it's a very sad song. Like, it's just fucking sad. It's like telling someone that you love them, so just leave me a bit of you, you know, leave me just a memory of you. You know what I'm talking about? It's a sad song. I just can't fucking handle that song. I cannot fucking handle it, dude. I just can't. Like, it's a very, very, very sad song because it makes you think about the infinity of the universe. And it's just like, the more I think about it, it's just like, dude, like, you really can do that. Based on the teleportation thing, like, you really can fucking do that. And I feel like when there are so many fucking people, if that really is the case, and there are centillions, fucking a massive amount of fucking extraterrestrials up in this fucking bitch who are just human. They just happen to have soul. They happen to be souls. Oh my god, they happen to be souls. Do you understand what I'm talking about? God. I was thinking something like, should I buy another lottery ticket? Dude, I'm just saying, like, I have to fucking buy the Powerball because it's just like, if the capitalistic shit is going on, like, I have to win the lottery. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, I have to fucking win the lottery. And if I win it, I'm just gonna be private about it. I'm just saying, like, I'm just gonna be private about it. Number two, even if I'm public about it, bitch, you can't fucking, you're not gonna take my money. Rose McGowan might sit there and be like, he called me a bitch, and I'd be like, yes, rightfully so. Y'all wanna take me to court, bitch? I'm just gonna end up with more money. I wish everyone would take me to court, because I'm just gonna end up with more money, because I'll just bring out my chronology. I'll be like, bitch, this nigga abused me, this bitch abused me, this bitch did not respect me off the ass, she's gaslighting off the ass, and there's evidence of her doing it. Do you understand? That's what I'm talking about people just jumping into my life with fucking bullshit. Do you understand what I'm talking about? I would ask this nigga for a cigarette, but he ain't fucking. Do you understand? I'm trying to get some cigarettes over here, but I'm really concerned. Like, if this guy fucking says, I'm just gonna go up because I think this dollar teleported to my pocket. Because I'm like, what the fuck? I put the dollar there. I don't think I fucking took it from him. Like, it doesn't. I don't know. Just by instinct, I didn't take it from him. I don't know how to describe that. I don't know how to describe that. Like, I don't know how to describe that. Like, by instinct, I did not retrieve the dollar from him. Hold on. Oh my god, is it closed? Girl, it cannot be closed. It's 9. The fuck, this is a bar. What bar closes at 9? Goodbye. No. Talking about it's a weekday? No. I'm playing that. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Girl, it looks dead. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on here. The lights are off. Oh my god. Why does this place look dead as fuck? Like, what happened? Oh no, it's open. Hold on. Dude, so it did teleport. That doll, I'm not lying to you. I'm not fucking lying to you. This is recorded. I'm being serious. I'm not making this up. There's no reason to make it up. And this is another thing I will say. That dollar that teleported into my pocket was crumbled. Now I just noticed that because the dollar I gave him was like straight. It was like a lot more straight. Like, do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, you know when the dollar is like crisp from the ATM type shit? It was a lot more like that than fucking crumbled. I'm just saying, I know what I brought. I hate when people fuck with my memory type shit. And it's just like, dude, I know what I brought. I saw it with my own eyes. I had $1 left. I literally had $1 left. I'm being serious. And then out of fucking nowhere, money. I'm just saying, that's the fucking thing about people. The whole capitalism shit. Oh, look, there's a bird. The whole capitalism shit. Like, you know, fucking money. You know, when I'm starting to think whenever Nicki Minaj says something about there was a money to be made. I'm a fucking black Barbie. Blah, blah. You know what I'm talking about when she said money to be made? Or did she say that? I don't know. She said something about making money. And I'm thinking, like, that's what you mean by making money. Like, you're just you're materializing it from nothing. And it's so disrespectful how you can't even help me do that. Because you're a soul and you exist. I'm being serious. You are a soul with your own mind and you exist. And it is your duty to fucking help me. Because that's not fair. Because at one point in your life, you had no idea how to fucking do that. I'm just saying. So it's just so disrespectful. It's so disrespectful. Because I want to play around with money for a bit. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I just want to try that. I've never been able to do that. Like, you know, the experience of being rich. You know, that's a capitalistic theater type thing. Like, in this universe, that shit, capitalism is a game. I'm being serious, because you can't have teleportation. I've already said this a billion times. You cannot have teleportation existing while capitalism is superior to that. It just can't. It's not a thing, dude. Capitalism is a game. It's like it's a complex game of Monopoly. Do you understand what I'm talking about? It's a very complex game of Monopoly. Monopoly is just very like simple. Do you understand? Capitalism has like fucking crazy ass fucking rules, dude. Like the rules are off the charts. Like the rules of capitalism. In order to win the game of capitalism, like the rules are fucking off the charts. But one of the rules is never tell the truth about teleportation or telepathy, because capitalism operates on the idea that scarcity is a thing. It's a very dramatic thing. But, you know, a lot of rich, there's another thing about capitalism. Like, you can, it's like a very dramatic thing, but like, once you're rich, it's like you have, like, you don't have to engage in teleportation. Like, the whole idea of capitalism is that you can't engage in teleportation, but I understand why the drama is necessary, because, like, dude, at the end of the day, like, imagine just teleporting all over the place. That would get boring. It's nice to walk around. It's nice to fucking, you know what I'm talking about? Seeing things unfold before you. You know what I'm talking about? And whose bright idea was it to make UFOs flying saucers? Like, whose bright idea was that? That's so silly. You don't need anything to look a certain way in space. You know what I'm talking about? Because it's gonna go as fast as it goes. There's no fucking like friction or anything stopping you. You know what I'm talking about? Like, there's no air to stop you. Like, there's no aerodynamics in space. It doesn't matter how incongruous the spaceships look. You don't need to create a spaceship that looks like a Concorde. You could literally just create a fucking spaceship that just looks like a fucking, like the Winchester house, and just fucking have it go billions of miles per hour. There is no, what do you call it? There is no, and the speed of, girl, y'all be lying about the speed of light. Like, I really think the speed of light is a hoax off the fucking app. Hold on. I really think that the speed of light is a hoax off the ass. Like, I feel like that's a fucking hoax created by the capitalistic standard. I'm being serious, because I've started noticing this. There have been things that I just knew as a child that were confirmed later on, like scientifically. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just saying, there are certain things that I knew as a child and I perceived and I saw as a child that I could not grasp or understand completely, but as time progressed, it starts to make more sense to me. And I started to realize that, yeah, of course, like, stars are dimmer, but that's because of distance, but not so much because, I'm just saying, it has nothing to do with the speed of light. Do you understand what I'm talking about? It's about things being far away. You know what I'm talking about? But the fucking speed of light, like, doesn't exist. Like, that makes no sense. Like, really, I don't believe in that shit. Like, it's fake as fuck because it doesn't make sense. Like, they're implying that, like, it took fucking billions of years for that. No. That doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. It's the fact that the stars are close and they just shine. You just see them. Like, you're seeing them in person. Like, fuck that fake shit about if the sun turned off, it would take 8 minutes for us to notice. No, it would not. I'm just saying, it makes no sense. You know how Judge Judy once said, if it makes no sense, the truth was not in the equation? Do you understand what I'm talking about? The truth was never mentioned. So it makes no sense. The speed of light makes no sense. And then they make up this fake shit talking about, oh no, nothing can go faster than the speed of light. And it's just like, why do y'all make, that's how you know there are lies going on. Because it's just like, according to the capitalistic standard, y'all haven't discovered everything. So why the fuck are you claiming that this is the end? Like, y'all act like y'all have discovered everything by making statements like that. Like, oh, nothing can go faster than the speed of light. And it's just like, are you sure? Are you 100% sure? And like how the fucking government said, the federal government said, oh yeah, teleportation is possible. And it's just like that. There is no thing to mention about possibilities with teleportation or not. It is either real, because it's so obvious, because teleportation is a boop, boop type thing. Like, it doesn't go. Do you understand? It doesn't, you understand what I'm talking about? It's an immediate boop, boop thing. That's teleportation. So what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, it's possible. No, that's a perfect example of a thing that you can't even speak about possibilities in it. Like, you've either seen it happen or you haven't seen it happen. And then you sat there and you said, is it possible? Yes, in the quantum world. So y'all tried twisting it around to make it seem like y'all didn't just say yes. Y'all said possible. What the fuck is that? And really, I can go to the Supreme Court right now, and I'm being serious. I can sue the federal government for that. I'm being serious. I'm being serious. I'm being serious. Like, I can sue the federal government for that. That is literally unconstitutional to sit there and be joking about science and shit. That's not an April Fool's. You don't do that shit. Do you understand what I'm talking about? That's fucked up. You don't sit there and lie about science, because that can fuck people up. If we want to talk about the capitalistic standard, that can fuck people up. It's an entrapment type of thing. There's a term for this in the law, in the legal system. It's called entrapment. Like, people in authoritative positions telling you lies, disinforming you, so that you end up doing something, thinking that because authority told you to do it, it's correct, and then you end up fucking yourself up, and then they sit there and say, oh no, you should have known. And it's just like, actually, like, you forced me to believe that you're authority. Like, you slapped me across the face type shit. You know what I'm talking about? Those types of fucking people. Oh my god. I have to use the bathroom, but I'm just saying, like, there's no such thing as teleportation being possible. Like, it could happen. It's just like, no, teleportation is a thing that really, it's just a matter of yes or no. It's so simple. That's it. It's just a matter of yes or no, because there's no possibility of it. Do you understand what I'm talking about? There's no possibility. It's only a yes or no. Like, there's no such thing, because that's the thing about teleportation. It's just pop and pop. That's it. It's not a matter of like there's like a shaking and it looks like, oh, no, that's not teleportation. That's movement. Teleportation isn't, it can't even be called movement. It's just pop and pop. And they're over there talking about, oh no, it's possible. How? There's no indication that proves that teleportation could happen. You have to see it happen in order to say yes or no. I have to repeat that over and over again, because it only makes sense. If I told Judge Judy this, she'd be like, you're absolutely right, because really at the end of the day, like, that's one of the few phenomena really that you can really fucking say that it just literally is a yes or no. Like, it's not a matter of it could happen. Do you understand? Because you have to see it happen. There's no such thing. Do you understand? Like, there's no, how would you say that teleportation is possible? That would imply that you've done something that feels like it could happen. Do you understand what I'm talking about? No, that's not a possibility. You have to see it happen. That's the only fucking thing when it comes to teleportation, and I've seen it happen. That's the thing. I know that it's real, but I can sue the fucking federal government, and I will sue my fucking mom. I will sue everyone, because there are cameras. That's the fucking thing, because I'm gonna start recording all of y'all. I'm being fucking serious. I need a body cam on me at all fucking times to record everything, because y'all be doing this shit at random, and I need to record y'all fucking teleporting. And I'm just saying, there are videos and they want to lie and say, oh, it's CGI. It's like, no, it's like, you know how Gaga created clones of herself in her Disease song, and she'll sit there and be like, that's CGI and stunt doubles. I'd be like, no, that was you. Like, you actually created clones of yourself. And all these people that are used to the uncanny beyond belief just fucking sat there and watched it and recorded it. Oh my god. I have to use the bathroom. This isn't fair. There's another thing about drinking hella fucking water. Having to use the bathroom every fucking 2 seconds. Girl, and I ended up working out, like, hardcore yesterday. I'm getting back into it. I have to. And this phone is dying with the fucking, even with the low battery mode turned on. I have to charge it. I can't even really speak right now because I have to use the bathroom. But really, at the end of the day, one could argue, not really argue. It's just like that's really a thing. Like Mike, in a sense, Mike and fucking Logan are fucking with the physiology of people. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Gay men, at least me. Do you understand? And disrespecting me, you know what I mean? Like trying to make it seem like I'm doing this on purpose. Like it's not a fucking natural reaction. You know, whenever you're hungry and you're not hungry on purpose, you know what I'm talking about? Like it's not fucking. Oh my god. Like you're not hungry on purpose. Like you're not hungry to bother someone. That makes no sense. Like, oh, my stomach is growling because I forced it to growl. Like, what the fuck is that? No. Like, oh, I'm dehydrated on purpose to piss you off. Like, what? No. Mm-mm. Oh, hold on. This song now is stuck in my head. Aww, give it to me, baby. Aww, like you're gonna die. Aww, poison on the inside. I could be your antidote tonight. Oh, give it to me, baby. Oh, like you're gonna die. Oh, poison on the inside. I could be your antidote tonight. And then that other song. You know, that song. You know, the song that Gaga copied from. She'll deny it to the grave because she wants to make it seem like that's so out of place. Like that's Russia. I don't even. She a damn liar. She's the one that said, "My darkest sin are Russian hookers and cheap gin." So that means that bitch be fucking, fucking around with Russia, fucking trying to make it seem like she has no idea what's going on. And there are hella gay Russians, gay trolls. Vladimir Putin is gay. I'm just fucking, dude. He's gay. He divorced his wife. Do you understand? He's gay. And then the other day he mentioned something. He was like, "Oh yeah, we're all adults here, so I'm pretty sure we all understand what's going on." Like he mentioned something around those lines, and I was like, "Oh, okay, so now it's starting to make sense. He's a little troll." Because adults have like a general consensus, like what I'm talking about, like with Logan Paul, like an adult would say something like that, like, why are these men saying homoerotic shit off the fucking ass, and then they're acting like they're married to women and like they have kids, even though we've already seen videos and pictures that obviously look CGI off the fucking ass and AI generated. Like fucking Jake Paul it was a fucking AI generated picture. Like he was fucking kissing some and trying to make it seem like he's with the hottest bitches and shit. You know what I'm talking about? The hottest dummies. You know what I'm talking about? Like the bitches that are hot but they're stupid. You know what I'm talking about? And Jake was all like, he was kissing her, but his nose literally went through her fucking nose. Not, it didn't press like this. Nah, it went through her nose. Like there was something obviously AI about it. People would be like, oh no, it was a glitch. It's just like, what kind of glitch is that? That's not, no, that's not a glitch. If it's a glitch, that means that the computer was involved in it, CGI. Y'all are outing your own selves. I just have this very strong, innate, instinctual feeling that Jake Paul and Logan Paul aren't actual, like, blood brothers. Like, they're fucking extraterrestrials off the fucking ass. Because they do stuff that blood siblings just don't do by nature. It's like a natural thing. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're an individual. Yeah, you can be an individual, but there's just something natural. You know how they call it mother's instinct and blah, blah, blah? Like, mothers tend to do stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Like, that is very orderly according to the motherly love. You know what I'm talking about? And fucking, I don't know, like, I just feel like Logan Paul's mom and Jake Paul's mom, like she's an actress. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, I think she's an extraterrestrial. Like that woman, for all honesty, she could just be CGI or AI generated. Because she'd be doing stuff that at the end of the day, it feels like she's stripped herself of dignity. You know what I'm talking about? Cynthia didn't do that. Cynthia Germanata didn't do that next to Lady Gaga. She like set the boundaries very clear that like I'm still her mother. Like y'all don't get it twisted. Like she's below me at the end of the day. Not in the sense that you think like I'm not saying I'm oppressing her. No, I'm just saying like I gave birth to her. She's my daughter. Like I brought her up. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Don't get it twisted because at the end of the day y'all wouldn't even have this girl if it weren't for me. You know what I'm talking about? She made that so fucking clear. But the woman of like the mom that's supposedly of Logan and Jake Paul, I don't know. It just seems like, yeah, she seems loving, like a very, very loving mother, but something's not adding up. You know what I'm talking about? Like the whole dildo being brought to Christmas time, I was like, what? Like, you know, the anal probe. I was like, no, like, yeah, your mom can love you off the fucking ass, but you're not gonna fucking pull out a vibrator while there's, like, obviously, like, this is a fucking, like, kind of like a child, very wholesome, not pornographic, you know what I'm talking about, like, holiday. Like, yeah, you can be pornographic if you're having your fucking Christmas day with your lovers at home, you know what I'm talking about, but yo mama's there and yo auntie, yo cousins. It's just like, I don't know, dude. And like, I don't know, like it's just like, it feels like she's like stripped herself of dignity. Like it feels, yeah, like it feels like she loves them greatly, but like she stripped herself of dignity. That's what I'm saying. Something's off. Like she stripped herself as dignity as a mother for them. And it's just like, that's not how it works. Like she's like revolved her life around them. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like in not in the motherly sense. I'm talking about like it's like they're controlling her. You know what I'm talking about? Kind of how like Serge Tankian controls um what's her fucking face? Angelina Jolie Tankian. I don't know, it just seems like she's being controlled. And Serge Tankian is speaking for her. A grown ass woman. Number two, children, you know, children might not know everything, obviously, but children can also speak for themselves. You know what I'm talking about? Like, um, so for Serge to sit there and make a song about Rumi, it's giving I didn't ask Rumi to do this. Because the humor is a bit way too adult. You know what I'm talking about? Not very associated with 6-year-olds and 7-year-olds. You know what I'm talking about? Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm talking about? Like 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds. Rumi loves his car surrounded by the tree. Like the tone that he's speaking in. and then the background of this apocalyptic shit, it's just like, no, like, even if a child likes that imagery, you don't do that. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you don't put mature themes and associate them with a child out in public. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, it obviously feels like Rumi is a CGI. Like, he's fake. He's a replicant. Because I remember being a child, like, fucking 4 or 5 years old, and I wanted to play Resident Evil, and my stepmom was like, hell to the fucking no. And that was my stepmom. She was like, hell to the fucking no. Like, I'll let you play Tomb Raider, but I was terrified of Tomb Raider. Like, that shit was too intense for me. First of all, because I couldn't feel the sense of control that I have now as an adult playing that video game. Do you understand? As a child, I felt so out of control, and I had my mind, I didn't have a disconnect with this bitch. Like, I felt like I was her as a child while I was playing that game. Like, I felt like I could, and I really loved that because it made the video game so much how it's supposed to be, and it's hard for me to do that as an adult. Like, as a child, like, I felt like I was there playing Tomb Raider. So when the tigers would show up, I'd start freaking out because I'd be like, how can I do this? Like, I couldn't control the buttons and all of that. It was too complex for me at that age. It was too complex for me, like, having to do those acrobatics that she does, and diving and running on time to prevent getting killed by these tigers. Like, I got killed by those tigers. Girl, I was fucking screaming. Like, that shit was horrifying. So that's what I'm trying to understand. How the fuck is Rumi like 5 years old? And Serge will be like, well, he's just different and he's grown up faster. And it's just like, no. That's why they have ESRB ratings. Like, you don't give a child, that's like saying my child grew up so fast, that's why we sit there at home and watch porn together. No. That's called extraterrestrial shit at that point, and that child's an actor that shapeshifted into a child. An adult that shapeshifted into a child. Yeah, like, Rumi loves porn. Do you understand? That's some shit that really Serge at this point could be. He's just a little bit. He's just an inch away from. Actually, no, he's already there, because he's associating his child with genocide and practically telling him to be a martyr. He's already there. Rumi's already watching porn with Serge. Gay porn, of course. Serge will, of course, put up a mouth fight and then give in. I'm just saying. Actually, he's not even gonna fight. He's not even gonna fight. He's just letting me have the fucking floor. Because he said this, I will never fight again. Really, knowing him, he was never a fighter, so I don't know what. That song was really funny. I will never fight again. It's just like, what? You've never fought. Like, you've never been known as a person to be, like, fighting people. John, on the other hand, if John made that song, actually, that would be way funnier if John did it, because it's, like, singing as Serge. Girl, that'd be actually really funny. That'd be hysterical. Like, John emulating Serge's voice and singing that. Imagine John singing that. Rumi loves his cars. I will never fight again. Girl, people would drag him, because, I mean, he's known to go and block and shit. Girl, he ain't blocked. Serge hasn't blocked me. Shavo and fucking John blocked me, but Serge let me have the floor for a good year and a half. John was just like, you know, they just blocked me with some stupid shit. Like, you know, they're acting like they're fucking superior off the fucking ass. And I'm like, girl, you literally sat there and conspired with 3 other men that were singing about comparing cock sizes with other men in the bedroom. In other words, frauding. That is a very sexual, gay act. Yeah, and you sat there and now you're tripping. You're tripping because I showed up and called you gay. It's like saying, it's really at this point, it's like saying, yeah, I've had sex with men. And then I show up and it's just like, you're gay. And it's just like, nah, you crossed the line with that. Nah. Really? Nah. Nah, you really, nah, miss me with that gay shit. I'm just saying, I don't really find the avant-garde silliness and being straight and acting like you're gay, like, that's not really avant-garde silly, especially with the fucking human rights problems with the LGBT type shit. I'm just saying, because you're like fucking with people's physiology. Because I don't think Serge goes on stage for legitimate entertainment. It's kind of like he goes on stage to be cute. You know what I'm talking about? Like, do you understand? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Do you understand? Like, Gaga doesn't go on stage to be cute. That's been very reductive. You know how Madonna said she's very reductive. She makes complex things. She defines complex things in a very simple way. That's what Madonna spoke about her. So she's made entertainment very simple, but she's still an entertainer. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So thank you, Gaga, for helping me understand the difference between legitimate entertainment versus someone on stage that's just up there to be cute. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Because Serge be on stage and I'm just like, nigga, like, you just cute on stage? You know, no choreography. You know what I'm talking about? Like, no legitimate. You know what I'm talking about? Nigga's just doing his little individual dance and I'm just like, so you're there to be cute. You know what I'm talking about? You're not putting on the fucking regalia. You know what I'm talking about? And then you showing leg hair? You know what I'm talking about? No, you up there to be cute because Serge is over there showing leg. You know what I'm talking about? The least you could do is shave your legs. You know what I'm talking about? Shave off. You know what I'm talking about? Like, fit, I guess, more the aura of a real entertainer. It's just like, I really asked ChatGPT because I was getting down to the details and I was like, how would you rate, compared to Lady Gaga, like from a 1 to 10, how would you rate like Serge Tankian? And ChatGPT said an 8 to 9 to 10 out of 10, as in he's not completely an entertainer. Like, there's some shit that he does that's not complete entertainment. Like, Gaga was plastered as a 10-10 entertainer. Like, she's a well-rounded, she's been consistently spoken about like that. Like, she is the full fucking package. Like, she's the package. You know when you go on Amazon and you type in entertainer and then you buy the package and it comes to you and it's the full package? Well, Serge, you type in entertainer and then you like get like a broken package and then this nigga talking about, oh yeah, like he would really make a song like that. He really would make a song like that, talking about, yeah, I suck cock on Fridays, but if my bitch gets in the way, I'll kick her so hard that she doesn't even know whether I'm gay. You know, he'll make a song like that and then run around and be like, oh no, it's just avant-garde silliness. I'm being serious. Y'all would be like, no, that Serge would never make a song like that. And it's just like, oh, but he'll make songs about murdering women in cold blood. Just for even thinking about him. I don't get it. Like, y'all try to fucking make it seem like being gay is a lot more evil than you know what I'm talking about? Than fucking murdering a woman in cold blood and pushing her off the edge of the cliff because she started humping you. That sounds very gay. I don't know about you. It sounds very gay. Because, I mean, like, a straight man might have a little bit of just a tiny little bit of leniency. You know what I'm talking about? A gay man? Oh, no, girl. No. It's straight to the grave for you. I'm just saying. Have y'all ever been a gay man and had a bitch legitimately, like, hump you like she's trying? Nah. It's straight to the grave. Straight to the police. Or straight to the psych ward. Because at that point, I'd be like, that bitch is actually mentally ill. Like, she's literally mentally ill. Like, there's literally something, like, she's crazy. She's fucking batshit insane. No, I'm not talking about how people talk about me and say, oh, you're nuts. It's like, no. Prove it. You know what I'm talking about? Prove it. Because you started talking about teleportation. If anything, you're nuts. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all want to call me nuts about teleportation? Because Big Bo Brown was all like, oh, you're nuts, LOL. And I'm just like, ha, no. The LOL killed it. The LOL killed it. Kind of like how Mike Majlak messaged me because I told him, nigga, you are a straight acting gay man on Snapchat. And this nigga was like, hey man, seek help. LOL. Like, no, if you're serious about me being mentally ill, for starters, you take the fucking route. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you literally call the police and tell this person, like, literally, because it hasn't happened ever. It's never happened. I've only been taken to mental institutions out of, like, suicide, and also, you know, things that like ended up kind of being like a physical altercation type shit that had nothing to do with me calling these men gay online. Maybe because it's not crazy, maybe because they are gay. Because really, if they aren't gay at that point, you can that's legal. It is literally legal to go and call the police, and it's just a welfare type of thing, not a fucking arrest that person. Like, literally say, like, I am concerned for this man's mental health because he thinks I'm a gay man, and there's, like, no proof of it, no hinting of it. Do you understand? And plus, I'm just making jokes. I'm only acting like I'm gay. Actually, at that point, that's why Mike Matchlock doesn't go to the police, because the police will throw him to the psych ward. They'd be like, actually, I think you're the crazy one, because you're acting like you're gay, and then you're tripping because a gay guy showed up and called you gay. And then trying to pull that shit. No, they'll throw him in the psych ward because Mike Matchlock might try pulling that shit and be like, bro, it's just theater. We're just joking. How does he not get the joke? And it's just like, the police would really say, that's the whole point of theater. It's literally an act, and the audience is supposed to be so captivated by it that they believe it. It's not supposed to be a thing. Do you understand? They would really tell Mike Madge like that. Like, one of the fucking police officers might even pull that shit. Be like, I'm actually a theater major, Mike. Like, you're not doing it right. And plus, number two, that's not even really a legitimate thing. Like, for years and years and years acting like you're gay, that means that you're gay, dude. Like, that's not really too much of a joke. You're not proving anything. Really, at the end of the day, law enforcement would just tell him, like, let us handle this. You know what I'm talking about? Like, oh my god. They would just straight up be like, let us handle this, because nah, like, you're doing some shit that really at the end of the day, and he's right, really at the end of the day, they'd be like, I don't know how, he can't be that mentally ill because he's using ChatGPT to ask legitimate questions about you, and ChatGPT, you know, it's not wrong 24/7, it's pretty right collectively for the most part. So if ChatGPT said you're a 5 out of 6 out of 10, Mike Majlak, when it comes to fucking entertainment, well, and theater, well, there's your answer. Really, because I'm just saying, like, nobody's ever done a welfare check, a legitimate welfare check, where the police showed up. Like, Serge Tankian has never called the police and said, nah, like, this man is, like, fucking calling me gay and I'm not actually gay. No, actually, the police would be like, well, actually, just don't make homoerotic statements. Okay, don't do that. It's so simple. It's so fucking simple. Like, it's so fucking simple. Just don't fucking do it. I'm just saying, because it's just like, straight men tend to not do that. That's why the police would probably ask them, like, are you mentally ill? Because I don't understand what's very artistic. I don't understand the extreme artistic value in being a straight man who keeps acting like he's gay. I don't know. Maybe it's because you are gay. Because I don't understand. Like, that's just, like, doesn't even, it's just something that, like, the police would be like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I'm trying, please, Mike Majlak, number one, tell us why you're wasting our time. Because really, at the end of the day, this isn't life or death. This nigga's calling you gay off the fucking ass. Because you keep on, for some stream, like, the police officers would say that. I'd be like, I thought you were gay when I saw the night shift, because that whole thing, Mike sucks ass, so it's amazing to watch him. Really, that's the first thing that came to my mind. This man is gay. Because what woman is going, like, a fucking cop, a lesbian cop, would say that? She'd be like, what woman would sit there and lose their mind, go crazy over the top, as if like anal is our main priority as women. Do you understand? In the gay world, though, the gay male world, that's a fucking priority. Mike will, of course, put up a mouth fight and then give in. I'm just saying. I've never had that. I told you the only times I've been sent to a mental institution was a fucking like life or death type of situation, or a fucking like you're in danger, legitimate danger type shit. Like you're a danger to yourself type shit. Do you understand what I'm talking about? But never, I'm just saying, I've never been thrown involuntarily into a mental institution because, oh, he called someone gay that fucking sat there for fucking years talking about, oh, no, blah, blah, blah. I'm gay, I'm going gay. Do you understand what I'm talking? Like, literally, the police would be like, there's so many comedians out there, but I don't understand why, like, I don't get it. Like, what's so funny about acting like you're gay? Like, I don't get it. I'm trying to laugh, like, I'm trying to find it funny, but I just don't get it. It's like a straight woman acting like she's a lesbian. Like, what is that going to attract? A whole bunch of lesbians? Like, I don't get it. You know what I'm talking about? Like a straight woman going on stage nonstop acting like she's a fucking lesbian, talking about I'm going lesbian for a week. That's gonna attract dykes. That's gonna attract a whole bunch of lesbians. And feminists. I'm just saying, it's gonna so they're gonna be like, wow, she's really repping the lesbians. I'm just saying, because that's very lesbian for a straight woman, for her act to be a consistent mention of how she's a lesbian, and yeah, she eats pussy. She's like, her best friend is a fucking woman talking about, oh no, she be eating my pussy left and fucking right. Oh no, girl, don't play, because girls, sometimes you eat my ass, ho. Oh no, bitch, shut your ass up. That was last week, ho. Oh no, bitch, I fucking, yeah, like your clit might taste good, but your ass might not taste that much better. You know, some shit like that. And it'd be like, yeah, girl, one time, you know what I'm talking about? Like, it'd be like, girl, no. There's something very lesbian about what y'all are fucking doing. You know what I'm talking about? Like, why do y'all keep going on and on and on for years about, and then pulling the same shit Logan Paul pulled whenever he brought that gay marriage nigga up on the show? This was like a year ago or a few months ago. And it was like some pastor or whatever, and he was talking about gay marriage, and then he started putting imagery up of like the guy was speaking Bible verses talking about being gay is an abomination, and a man will leave his father and his wife and his mother to marry his wife, blah blah blah, and become one. And while he was mentioning that, Logan had like this background imagery of him proposing to Nina, you know, trying to imply that he did the right thing. No. No. Nope. That's a huge violation. I'm just saying, that's a fucking massive violation. Separation between church and state. And I don't know, state sounds a bit more legal than church, because the church is, let me tell you something. The church is, there is no cross on the Saturn V5, whatever. What is it called? The Saturn, whatever, that goes up into space, that spaceship. You know what I'm talking about? Like, there's no cross on it. It's just the American symbol about rights and stuff. You know what I'm talking about? The Bible just states that you're like worthless at all fucking times unless you're a straight man, pretty much. Because I don't know about y'all, but that fucking book is like very male oriented. Like, it feels like it was written for a man. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Have y'all ever read that book? Have y'all ever read the book? It feels like it was written for a man. Like, as if women need no guidance. Do you understand? As if women are stupid as hell. And they can't be guided. Like, they're just stupid. They just need a man to carry them around. And it's just like, girl, no. That's very disrespectful. That book is crazy disrespectful. Crazy sexist. Like, off the wall. It has undertones of sexism. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it doesn't flat out say the book against women. It's just like, while you're reading it, it's just like, this book, number one, they completely disregard Mary Magdalene throughout most of the fucking Bible because it's so obsessed with, it's so male-centric.
And at the end of the day, I'm thinking like that book was like made for a gay man or some shit, because I'm just like, why do y'all have this extreme focus on anti-homosexuality, but the main thing is like this man dominating everything? Why does God have to be a man? God can be anything. So why the fuck couldn't God pick being a woman? Do you understand? Why would he create women? And of course they'll be like, oh no, women were created for men to be partnered with them. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't have made gay sex pleasurable, because then that's starting to get very confusing. That's starting to get very confusing. Because why would a man, and it's not forced. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you ain't seeing a man and forcing yourself to find him hot. You know what I'm talking about? Like, no, no. Like, there's something about him. I don't know. It's like a pull, attraction, pull, law of attraction, whatever. But look at Oprah. Like, I'm just saying, like, Oprah's a very smart woman. So there's your answer about the Bible being sexist as fuck. Like, it's so rude. It's like throwing shade at women 24/7. I don't like that book. And I'm not calling myself a feminist either. I'm just saying it's throwing shade off the ass at women. Off the fucking ass, dude. Casually, it's just like casually abusing women. I don't know how to describe that. But anyway, Logan is using like this extreme book that makes no sense to make it seem like he did the right thing. That's another reason why I say like this has to be fake. Like his marriage or whatever, and the baby thing. You know, when the baby was born, I was like, that's so disrespectful to be associated, because you're always gonna remember that as that baby growing up. It's like my dad literally, my first moments of life, he used it for like branding and shit. Like, he was taking advantage of my fucking first moments of life to promote his little fucking bullshit drinks. Really, because I would do that. I would do that as a fucking child. Like, as I grow up, I'd be like, he did not, like, the focus really, like, wasn't really on me. Like, I would say that. I'd be like, he abused me in front of fucking everyone in the entire fucking world, and nobody did anything. Well, probably because it's CGI. Because if it was a real baby, CPS would have, girl, I'm just saying, wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have happened. They'd be like, no. It's kind of like the whole Elon Musk naming the child. What did he name the child? XYZ777.9XA. You know what I'm talking about? Number 774. Like, no, you don't name a baby that. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's some CGI, and like I said, Elon Musk is fucking gay, because I was saying, like, it's the reasoning behind it. Like, why would Azealia Banks be shown? Why is she in your backyard, Elon? Why did Azealia Banks break into your house and steal something from there? Do y'all remember that? Azealia Banks like went into like Elon's house. Like, she went up and knocked on the door, and Grimes was like, bitch, I hate you type shit. Like, she pulled some shit like that. And I was like, why is Azealia? It doesn't matter what you say, Grimes. It doesn't matter. Why was Azealia Banks? Y'all are all grown people. Why was Azealia and all this drama y'all are posting? Because that's grown as fuck. Like, that's grown as fuck. Why would you sit there and even... You know what's grown as fuck? Like, just fucking Azealia Banks is over there, and it's just respect. You know what I'm talking about? Like, y'all are talking about collaborating in a song. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like... But then she's over there, like, I'm just saying, why is Azealia Banks has been so open about representing the fucking gay community, like, off the fucking ass, and then she's just there? You know what I'm talking, like, it just doesn't add up. She's there, and Grimes, like, I'm just saying, you're a lesbian, because that association with Brooke Candy, and after all the years that I've seen Brooke Candy, that bitch, like, lives at fucking gay festivals. That bitch has never left. She has no idea what's outside of the gay world. So how did she meet you, Grimes? I'm just saying, like, you know how Judge Judy says you have to follow the logic. It's really like a matter, because Brooke Candy is this person that really, like, she gives off these vibes that she's this hardcore lesbian, and you really have to respect her lesbianism off the ass for her to fucking respect you. I mean, I respect her lesbianism off the ass, but no, I ain't gonna fuck girl. If you don't respect my gay girl, girl, this ain't a one-way street, girl. This is a two-way street, girl. You ain't gonna respect my girl? I'm just saying, but anyway, I'm just saying, like, she gives off vibes that she is such a lesbian, like, hardcore fucking lesbian. I cannot believe anything that she said about, oh no, now I went bisexual and now I'm straight. It's just like, girl, you are a grown-ass woman as a lesbian. How do you progress? No. It'd be a different story if you were, like, growing up. Like, if that happened while you were a teenager and you said, I'm a lesbian when you were age, like, fucking, like, 10. And then as you progress, you're like, no, wait, I'm straight, girl. No, you are a grown-ass fucking woman, already implemented as a fucking lesbian. And it's just like, I can look at you and be like, that's a fucking lesbian. Like, that's just a lesbian. Like, don't try it. And then out of nowhere, she's just like, I haven't had sex in more than 30 fucking days, 30 weeks. I just don't have sex anymore. I feel like you have to really love me to have sex with me. And it's just like, bitch, I'm pretty sure those lesbians you've had sex with love you. I don't know, because I mean, I've met Brooke Candy, and she's a really fun person. She's a really fucking fun person. She knows how to put on a good show. So, I'm pretty sure those lesbians love you. I don't know where she came up with this shit. I don't know where she came up with this shit. Oh, no, now I'm straight. No. I haven't had sex in more than 6 or 8 months. But yet she has a song called I Wanna Fuck Right Now. I wanna fuck right now. Like, this is the difference between Brooke Candy and Mike Majlak. Like, Mike Majlak, it feels like he's giving hints that he's gay. Brooke Candy isn't, like, do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, Brooke Candy is actually, like, she's a full-blown lesbian. Like, she came out as a lesbian. Do you understand what I'm talking about? She came out as a lesbian, and now it's like, it's comedic what she's doing, because she shifted from bisexual to straight, and then claimed, oh no, I'm just with him because he does my tattoos. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Like, something, and then she runs Fag Mob. That's the thing, like, that's actually funny. A woman that is, like, known to be a lesbian, and then she's just like, nah, now I'm straight. No, it's not a matter of, like, she's hinting that she's straight. It's like, no, because that's not even congruous with the politics. It is not congruous with the politics. What is going on up in this bitch? Hold on. Some shit is fucking going on that's getting in the way of my recording. Hold on, something was going on for a second that got in the way of my recording. We've been knowing that, like, at least from 1993, like, I always saw, like, men and women, like, getting married. Do you understand? So I associated, like, I couldn't understand a woman marrying a woman, or a man marrying a man. You know what I'm talking about? Like, so, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, the politics are incongruous for a straight man to be acting gay. You know what I'm talking about? Now, if it was leveled out, like, if I was, like, born and gay marriage was already a thing, and I already saw, you know what I'm talking about? Like, there weren't any, like, insults for gay people. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Because nobody was running around making fun of straight people while I was growing up for fucking being straight. So, I'm just saying, like, it's very incongruous to be sitting there talking about, oh, yeah, like, you're a straight man, but you're acting gay. No, it's more like, according to the politics, you're hinting that you're fucking gay. Because it hasn't been so equalized. You know what I'm talking about? It's not that egalitarian. Now, Brooke Candy, like, that's fucking funny. Like, that shit's fucking funny. The Bible is not superior to my fucking needs. I will say that. Because, God, I will always hold this against you. I'd be like, you created uniqueness, and you're pissed off because of it. You created free will, and you're pissed off because of it. Like, because you were pissed off when Eve did, because this is the thing. You didn't tell Eve why. Therein lies the problem. And number 2, it was a garden. It was not the universe. You made that so clear that you made it a garden, and obviously she wanted to expand the horizons because something did not make sense. You told her not to do it just because I said so. You said some shit like, or you will surely die or some shit. And she's like, she doesn't understand what death is. Do you understand what I'm talking about? You're mentioning something that she doesn't understand and she wants to figure it out because you just gave her eternal life and she has no idea. Like, she doesn't get it. What is death? You're telling her, oh no, you will surely die or there will be perdition. Do you understand? She's never experienced what that is. She has no idea what it is. Like, she can't even imagine it because you already gave her eternal life. You know what I'm talking about? She can't even imagine it. So, she has curiosity. And you made curiosity, God, look like it's the worst. Like, it's just evil. It's just evil. Wonder. You made questions look like they're evil. And you only made a garden for them. You didn't give them freedom like that. A garden. Everyone knows how small a garden is. The fuck? You didn't give them infinity. You know what I'm talking? You gave them eternal life, but they're stuck in this garden. You never mentioned, oh no, I created the universe for Adam and Eve so that they can go planet to planet, and then gave them teleportation too. And I made it so obvious that they had all of that. And then I gave them some videos. I used a screen to show them what perdition looks like, what hell looks like, evil and torture and death. And I made it so clear to them that that's what it is. And then that bitch went and ate the fucking apple. Now that's fucked up. No, God didn't tell them anything. And then that's another problem because it's just like you imbued them with curiosity, but you don't want to mention that in the Bible. You omit the truth off the ass in the Bible, God. I'm just mentioning this because of Logan Paul bringing that pastor, talking about that gay pastor, whatever the fuck. Talking about a man will leave his father and mother to become one flesh. It's just like, so you mean a Siamese twin? Because let's get literal here. You mean a Siamese twin. You're going to become a Siamese with your fucking wife. Because that's how you become one flesh. Because Brittany and Abigail, what's their name? Brittany and Abigail Hensel? Do you understand? God. It's such, I'm just saying they're fucking with my physiology because it's just like the problem is that they're hot. And they know that they're hot. That's the problem. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, Mike knows that he's hot. Logan knows that he's hot. Jake knows that he's hot. Like, do you understand what I'm talking about? They hang out with hot guys. With the exception of IShowSpeed and all these other, oh girl, nah. No, it's just, that's just my own personal thing. I'm just not into black guys. Like, I'm just not. But IShowSpeed, really, at the end of the day, girl, that's a special case. That's a special case, because I don't think he's for everyone. Like, beyond fucking belief. Like, I'm not into him off the ass. Like, it bothers me whenever he's there. I feel like he's being intrusive. I don't know how to describe it. Like, the whole thing with Logan Paul, it just feels like it's not legitimate entertainment. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, really, at this point, it's giving off, like, fucking like, really, that's at this point I'm perceiving it as that after seeing teleportation. It's just like, it's giving polyamorous extraterrestrial. Gay polyamorous extraterrestrial. They came to this planet because he telepathically heard me from somewhere. You know what I'm talking about? That's what it's giving. That's what it's giving, because I'm like, this man is so gay. I'm wildly attracted to him, and for some strange reason he lives in Puerto Rico. I don't understand that, because I have an excuse to come to Puerto Rico. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, I have a heavy excuse because I'm from here. My family, my mom and dad are Puerto Rican. My entire family is fucking Puerto Rican. My blood family. I'm just saying, so I have a heavy excuse to live here. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, I have a heavy excuse to live here. It's like fucking claiming, claiming that a Swedish person went back to Sweden and talking about, why are you here? Your parents are both Swedish. Like, you lived in America your entire life. You're, like, practically an American. Why did you move back to Sweden? Get out of here. No, it's like, girl, I grew up Puerto Rican off the ass. Like, even after we left Puerto Rico and I was raised in Texas, like, Puerto Rico, like, our house was Puerto Rican as fuck. Do you understand what I'm talking about? It's kind of like we're in Puerto Rico because my mom used to fucking play WAPA off the ass. My mom would always be on the phone with my grandpa, my grandma, off the ass, my cousins, my aunts, her mom, blah, blah, blah. So it's just like, I never lost the Puerto Rican accent. Like, I'm very connected to Puerto Rico. So I'm just saying, why is Logan Paul here? Like, the proximity is very suspicious. And people will be like, oh no, he moved there before you did. But it's just like, girl, nope, we're not playing that. In the world of teleportation, we're not playing that. Do you understand what I'm talking about? We're not playing that in the world of teleportation. Something's just really strange to me knowing that Logan Paul is literally like a few minutes away from me in car. Something's so strange. I don't know how to describe it. And the fact that I'm just saying, like, I'm very outspoken about this and, like, nobody fucking says anything. You know what I'm talking about? They'll laugh or something, but sometimes they'll say something that's just like, what? Like, I'm reading it, I'm just like, what? Like, at least be formal about it. You know what I'm talking about? Be formal. Be legal about it. Don't be like, like, just fucking misspelling words and having the nastiest grammar in the universe and then posting an LOL in the back. Like, what? You know what I'm talking about? Just the other day, like, I mentioned this because somebody said, oh yeah, we must protect Serge at all costs. And I said, yes, go ahead and protect him because otherwise he's not going to be able to sit on my fucking face for that long because he's going to be in danger. Someone who's in danger isn't fucking having sex. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So yes, protect him at all fucking costs. And somebody like that, nobody fucking said like, nigga, just shut the fuck up, stop. Like, nobody came and attacked me off the fucking ass. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, I always analyze the people that, like, attack me. Like, it's only been a few. It's been, like, 3 or 4 people. Like, I'm just saying, if it really is that big of a fucking thing, like, you would think that a lot of fucking... The cops would show up. It wouldn't be some silly-ass Instagram profile with 0 posts, which really could indicate that it's a bot. Do you understand what I'm talking about? With 0 posts and, like, some little meme as their... You know what I'm talking about? Like, girl, I don't know how to describe it, but Judge Judy wouldn't be posting memes. You know what I'm talking... She wouldn't be a meme bitch. You know what I'm talking about? I always stick to her. I always stick to Judge Judy. Because she'll look at situations like that and be like, why are you even tripping? Like, them niggas is trolling. You know what I'm talking about? Like, they're gay and trolling. You know what I'm talking about? But I just find that so odd that Logan and Jake Paul, like, live that fucking close to me. And something, I'm just saying, it's so odd. It's so odd. Like, I feel like their whole careers are fake, like, off the ass. And it's like extraterrestrials are conspiring into making it seem like it's real. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Because the whole thing with Paris Hilton, whenever she posted that fucking, that video where she said, sorry, Arla, you know what I'm talking about? And nobody mentioned anything. That's so, like, strange because I've never seen a phenomenon like that happening in my life where something is it's like an elephant in the room type shit and nobody mentions anything. And then she made that show TVMA, like, for mature audiences only. So I'm just thinking, like, I don't know, like, at that point, like, middle school bullying isn't a fucking thing. And really, adults don't bully. They just keep things very human rights if you're actually an adult, not a fucking... You know what I'm talking about? So, I'm just saying, like, I don't know, it's just something so strange. It's just something so strange about, and really at the end of the day, like, that's very offensive. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I just remember, I don't know, I just feel like I'm, like, a Puerto Rican. You know what I'm talking about? It feels very odd for someone that, like, hasn't been raised around this culture their entire lives, like deeply ingrained, to be considered like way more important here than I am. You know what I'm talking about? Even growing up in the States, in Texas, you know what I'm talking about? Like, I mean, I came here every summer. I stayed in Puerto Rico like for 2 months, sometimes like 2 months and a half. And sometimes I would go, what do you call it? Sometimes I would go in Christmas time. Do you understand what I'm talking about? But it's a thing that I was like raised Puerto Rican, even outside of Puerto Rico. Logan Paul was not raised a Puerto Rican according to the theater. According to the theater. Do you understand what I mean by according to the theater? So, I'm just saying, for him to show up in Puerto Rico, and then it's just like, it's kind of fucked up for anyone to even be treating me like he's culturally more relevant than just me simply being Puerto Rican in Puerto Rico. You know what I'm talking about? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like that's like fucking, I don't know, like Beyonce moving to Puerto Rico, and all the Puerto Ricans are like, oh my god, and they all start speaking English. They're like, oh my god, we're like so in love with you, Beyonce. Like, oh my god. And the Valley Girl accent just takes over all of Puerto Rico, and now it's no longer called Puerto Rico. Now it's called Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico, and everyone's suddenly like, ah, bah. It's like Paris Hilton moving to Puerto Rico, and everyone throws away. Everyone throws it away. Everyone's like, bah, 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 bah. Because every time Paris Hilton, like, I'm not even lying, like, that's just what she be talking like, bah. Like, you, like, really have to be, like, delicate. Well, yeah. You have to be, like, really delicate with, like, the, yeah, you have to be, like, really delicate and, like, you have to be delicate with this, what do you call it? With this, what do you call that shit? You have to be delicate with this lasagna. But girl, I'm gonna fucking tell you this. Mike Majlak and Logan Paul do not have the right to fucking violate me. I will literally go to the fucking United Nations. I'm not fucking lying. I will go to the United Nations. If it gets down to this, I will go to the United Nations. I will protest outside of there. I will do a hunger strike. It doesn't matter if they throw me in fucking jail. I'll leave jail and continue the fucking protest. Do you understand? I will go to the Supreme Court and protest, and I will just fucking print out all the fucking evidence. The chronology. I will literally speak. I'll be like, girl, this gay rights is gay rights. The chronology of everything that's fucking happened, and I will clearly state there is no equivalent for faggot for the straights. You can't sit there. It's like straight people, there's like no actual like insult. Do you understand what I'm talking about? An insult for straight people. Like, some people said, oh, they call them breeders, but it's just like, that's not really, doesn't feel as insulting as like, calling a lesbian a carpet muncher or calling a gay guy a faggot. You know what I'm talking about? It's just not, like, there's no, like, do you understand? There's no, like, equality regarding the insults. Do you understand? There's no egalitarianism regarding the insults of delivering insults towards straight people to the point that they feel like, wow, like, gay people really are oppressive as fuck. You know what I'm talking about? Like, there's no such thing as that. So I'm just saying, like, I have the legal superiority on this. I'm just saying by mentioning that Logan Paul and Jake Paul even and Mike Majlak, which is the reason, that's the real reason why I call him Mike Majlak. Like, I know it's Mike Malak, but as long as he keeps on pulling that shit, if he's straight and keeps on pulling that shit, just for my own safety, I'm gonna keep calling him Mike Majlak. I'm not gonna call him no Mike Malak, girl. I'm not gonna call him no damn Mike Malak. I'm just saying. It's Mike Majlak. I've even called Logan Hogan. Some people call Jake Joke. I think I should call him that, Joke Paul. I'm just saying, because at the end of the day, there's something so incongruous about teleportation being in this universe. And for these men that are like fucking, it's just, dude, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like the vibes are crazy homoerotic, like off the fucking ass. And for these niggas to just be in Puerto Rico, and really it's very incongruous because in Dorado, look, Logan is trying to paint it. Logan specifically, not Jake. Jake has stayed kind of like quiet about Puerto Rico as opposed to Logan. Logan speaks about Puerto Rico like he's in a compound in Dorado that's just very focused on him. Like he's the only rich or famous person living there or whatever. But actually, in the true reality, like a lot of fucking people living in that neighborhood in Dorado are fucking Puerto Ricans, like off the ass. I don't personally know, but I think the majority might be Puerto Rican. If I'm not certain, I don't know if I'm certain or not. But I think the majority might be Puerto Rican because I've spoken to a lot of Puerto Ricans out here, and a lot of them, I've met so many. It's actually been like 95%, 90% of the people that I've met from Dorado are actually Puerto Ricans, born and raised in Puerto Rico and like raised in Dorado. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Hold on, I'm about to use the bathroom. Incongruous off the fucking ass. Hold on. Hold up. I'm just gonna call this nigga Joe Paul off the fucking ass. Like, I swear to fucking God. Hold on. I'm just gonna call that nigga Joe Paul. So anyway, yeah. Oh, God. It's just like, the only way this would be legal is if they are extraterrestrials and they're like polyamorous gays from another fucking planet. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Because that would make so much more sense for like extraterrestrials to be a thing and they were actually like humans all along. But yeah, people want to lie and say, oh no, they're replicants. It's just like, girl, bye. Like, not replicants, sorry. No, not replicants, reptilians. I'm like, girl, bye. What the fuck is that? No. Yeah, so, yeah. Like, I have to fucking say that because my rights are a thing. Like, literally, I have rights. It's not fair. It's not egalitarian. Like, things have to be egalitarian. Things have to be egalitarian. I'm just saying it's not fair because that would mean that whenever a baby is born, you're like, nah, like, you're gonna have to, you know what I'm talking about? You don't look at the baby as a human being. Like, you're looking at it like it's a fucking, like, new package. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's a new package of, like, a canvas. You know what I'm talking about? Like, the baby is a canvas. The baby isn't a fucking being that has like its own personality. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, what the fuck? Like, it will never grow up to have its own personality. Like, you're the one that gets to shape the baby's personality. You know what I'm talking about? It's like you're stripping the baby of dignity. But I'm just saying, like, also, universities are very arrogant places. I really don't consider them to be adult like. I'm just saying, because I feel like in the real world things are very more adult like. You go to universities and it's just like bitches is being fake. You know what I'm talking about? They think that they're like superior knowledge, and it's just like, girl, you're here to learn a skill. some skills, but you're not here to learn everything, bitch. You're gonna have to fucking spend at least 10,000 years here to learn everything, bitch. Because I remember whenever I was in college, I was like delivering a fucking PowerPoint that they had us make. Hold on. For our what was it? Was it I think it was our linguistics class, and some ghetto bitch pulled out her phone and wasn't paying attention, and I told that bitch, like, bitch, pay attention. Like, while I was up there, like, I was like, bitch, fucking pay attention. Like, what the fuck? That was so disrespectful, because I'm like, this is supposed to be a college. We're supposed to be getting educated here. Like, I'm taking this shit seriously, and you're over there on your fucking phone with your ghetto. You're fucking Bronx ghetto ass. You know what I'm talking about? Ghetto ass fucking New York people. That's why, girl, I'm telling you, New York is not an ideal place to go and fucking study. These people are off the wall, fucking selfish, off the fucking ass, dude. And it wasn't an emergency. I could tell because she's ghetto. Ghetto people don't care about emergencies. I'm just fucking saying. I don't know if y'all have ever seen a ghetto person, but they actually create the emergencies. You understand? They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. And that bitch was ghetto. She was fucking texting some bitch, probably talking about, bitch, you trying to go to the strip club tonight so I can shake my ass? The fuck? Do you understand what I'm talking about? She's not in school. I don't know. There's some bitches that, like, you know, they're just there to just not know not to get too deep into it, but just know enough to get a degree. You know what I'm talking about? Not getting too deep into it. They don't really care about being full-blown experts. Do you understand what I'm talking about? They don't really care about that. They don't really care about being full-blown experts on a matter. Do you understand? It felt very arrogant of her. Like, it just felt very arrogant. Like, it was my moment, and this bitch took it away. Fucking ghetto. So yeah, I'm just saying, they're fucking with the physiology of people. You know, America is very a fuck with the physiology of fucking people. I'm just saying. America is very anti Maslow's hierarchy of needs. But you know that that's real. You know that Maslow's, like, in order for somebody to be truly happy, like, that has to apply to everyone. If you want a utopia, that has to apply to everyone. And at the end of the day, there has to be a sense of altruism. There has to be a sense. Otherwise, like, people aren't going to be happy. I'm just saying. And Logan ran around talking about, oh yeah, everyone in Puerto Rico walks around like they have it made. Like, you know, like they have it good. Like, walks around like they have it made. Everyone here does that. And I was like, okay, Logan, that would imply that there's a utopia. Because when people walk around like they have it made, it's because it's a utopia. And so far, I'm not experiencing that. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So, it's very disrespectful. Do you understand? Like, you're just being fucking disrespectful off the ass. You're acting like I don't have an individuality. Like, I'm not. You're very dehumanizing. Very dehumanizing. Just very dehumanizing. Like, very, like, you look at me. Like, I'm being serious. Like, he treats people like that. For him to even be fucking getting one-on-one with anyone, like, he's fucking acting like, he looks at me like Mike Matchlock as the same. Like, he looks at me as if, like, I have my needs met. Like, Maslow's hierarchy of needs is like they've all been met, and I'm happy. I'm 100% well-rounded fucking happy, and all my needs are met, and then I'm over there calling you gay. You know what? No. You know what I'm talking about? Because number one, I wouldn't even legitimately be fucking paying attention to you because I'd already be with my fucking men. Why the fuck? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, the fuck? I'm just saying, I can be elaborate whenever it comes to speaking, but I'm not gonna fucking do that. I'm too angry. I'm too fucking angry. Like, I'm angry. I'm fucking angry because my needs aren't being met. But yeah. I'm leaving. I'm turning off this video.